Oh, yeah. Is it Friday night already? We got D23 in 15 minutes, but we don't even have to wait that long because we have the first official poster, release date, and so much more for Ahsoka Season 2. Anakin's new outfit, young Ahsoka's new outfit, Clone Wars flashbacks confirmed by Lucasfilm, and the first poster along with the release date. Did I mention the release date of Ahsoka has been revealed? Did I mention that yet, chat? Holy crap. This panel is going to be insane. D23 is already off to an incredible start, and we haven't even gotten to the 2-hour-long panel that is supposed to give us a trailer for Ahsoka Season 2 and Starfighter. Holy crap. It feels so good to be live on a Friday evening. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fine Friday evening? It's 10 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time, but we are going through the roof, bouncing off the walls. Sleep is just a mindset because we have so much information about Ahsoka Season 2 already, and we could be getting a trailer within minutes from now. And that's not even starting to talk about the Starfighter movie, which is the next Star Wars movie starring Ryan Gosling. Yeah, D23 has already not disappointed us as Star Wars fans, and we haven't even gotten to the 2-hour-long entertainment showcase that happens in 15 minutes. So let's get into the news right away. Ahsoka Season 2 comes out January 20th. January 20th. Not February, not March, not April, not January 20th, 2027. And that news comes along with this poster for Ahsoka Season 2. Oh my god, it's magnificent. Take a look at this, Jet. Ahsoka Season 2, first official poster coming along with the release date right down there at the bottom, January 20th. I mean, let's take a look at this poster. First and foremost, Ahsoka front and center. No surprise there. I don't know what this says in Arabic on the side, but I'm assuming it says Ahsoka. It does say Ahsoka Season 2 right there. Thrawn, very, ominous and looming in the background, the two of them being front and center, even though they are both in separate galaxies. Really crazy. And if you zoom in down here, you can see fights in space, TIE fighters versus X-Wings, the Chimera over here. That looks like the Ghost. Honestly, you could convince me that that right there is the Razor Crest, but I mean, am I crazy, chat, or does that look like the Razor Crest? I mean, oh wait, the chat's in the way. Right there, right below the Chimera. Does that not look like the Razor Crest to you? Okay, never mind. We'll see if we get the, I can't zoom in any closer than this, but it kind of looks Razor Crestian. Either way, let's continue. So, continuing. On the left with the blasters, I don't know who that would be. Maybe just a New Republic soldier? I don't know. But it looks like we got some lightsaber wielders going toe-to-toe right here. Maybe Baylan Skoll right there. Kind of looks like his stance. Maybe Ezra Bridger, if not Sabine Wren right there. Maybe Shin Hati over here. It's hard to tell. But a lot of the vines going on the bottom. Everything is red because it's Dathomir. This poster is incredible. This hand you are seeing right here, I'm about 99.9% sure is Rosario Dawson's, because we also know that Rosario Dawson, Iman Esfandi, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau are all in attendance at D23, and they will all likely be on stage to show us whatever's going to happen for Ahsoka. So that's the poster, that's the release date, and that's not the only thing we have to talk about right now. But before we dive into any of that, let's start the stream the only way we know how, by saying hi to everybody in the chat. Shall we? My goodness. Okay. Jedi Order, how we doing? Brandon Baker in the house. Chopper Base, what is up? Nathan in the building. Cleve Morris, how we doing? Bloom in the house. Adam, what is up? Danjamin, how we doing? Papa Boz in the building. 50 Thunderer, what is up? Holly, how we doing? Christopher Wright in the house. Brady, what is up? Max Rebo, how we doing? Star Wars Nerd in the house. Padawan Snips, what is up? 730 Evie in the building. Darth Plagueis Lives, how we doing? Starship 66, what is up? Lord Kylo in the house. Sci-Fi Dude, what is up? All right, if I missed you. Jan, how we doing? If I missed you, you know the deal. Just yell at me in the chats. Let's give everybody a nice little,
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Oh, when is the release date for Ahsoka Season 2 again? It's January 20th. I'm so excited. January. We're not talking about halfway through the year. We're not talking about right at the same time as Star Wars Celebration. We're not running away from the 50th release of A New Hope. No. January 20th, 2027, not 8, 2027 is the release date for Ahsoka Season 2. Okay. But we did get a super chat. Let's see. Darth Plagueis Lives with a very generous $5 holla. I appreciate that quite a bit. Says, release date, poster, all we need now is a trailer. I like the way your mind works. Also, how you feeling tonight, Mike? You know, I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. I honestly think that this is just the tip of the iceberg, and honestly, it is the tip of the iceberg for the news we're about to talk about. I do see you guys talking about an Old Republic trilogy ASAP. Maybe someday. But not today. So let's talk about the other news. We have had this. And if you haven't seen this, I don't know where you've been living for the last 24 hours. This is on display at D23. Anakin Skywalker's new outfit for Ahsoka Season 2. The panel, by the way, for people just coming in right now, the panel for D23 starts in about 8 minutes. So we don't know when Star Wars will be on stage, but the Disney Entertainment Showcase panel starts at 10 p.m. in Eastern Standard Time and ends at midnight. So in 8 minutes, it begins. We don't know when Star Wars goes on stage. However, we do know a lot of information about Ahsoka. We have a trailer to watch that's not related to Ahsoka. It's actually a Lego Star Wars trailer that we already have to watch. We got some Mandalorian and Grogu news. So we got plenty of news to talk about before those trailers drop, before even Star Wars hits the stage. That's why I'm talking so quickly right now, and that's why we have already gotten to so much of the news in just 7.5 minutes. Okay? So stick with me. Stick with me. So this is on display right now at D23. Anakin Skywalker's new outfit for Ahsoka Season 2. Now, many people have pointed out that this outfit looks almost identical to Anakin's outfit on Pandora in Episode 15, Season 1 of the Clone Wars, where Anakin right here and Obi-Wan Kenobi go to Pandora and, deal with politics, let's say. So it's a pretty great episode, and this is obviously a very, 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 very similar outfit, as you can tell. The biggest difference, I would say, is this right there. And it's whoops, did not mean to press that. My bad, Jet. And it's not that crazy difference. It's just that logo right there, and this logo is the whatever. So the reason why I know for pretty much a fact that this is not going to be a flashback to the Pantoran arc is because of Ahsoka's outfit. This Anakin Clone Wars-esque outfit that is on display at D23 is not the only outfit on display at D23 right now, because this one is as well. A young Ahsoka snowsuit-looking thing. And you might just be saying, Mike, well, isn't this just, Padawan? It says Padawan Ahsoka, by the way, right there. So this is a flashback. Isn't this just Padawan Ahsoka's outfit from that Pantoran episode in Clone Wars Season 1, Episode 15? No. Because I went back and watched that episode today in preparation for this live stream. Yeah, that's right. I do my job. Sometimes I do my job. And I watched that episode, and guess who's not in it? Ahsoka Tano. So I was sitting there going, why on earth would we go to a flashback of a weird random side mission with Anakin and Obi-Wan to Pandora? Why would we get this flashback to this version of Anakin Skywalker? Why? It makes no sense. And then I saw the young Ahsoka outfit and I go, oh, okay, this is not at all what we're talking about here. This is something completely different. It's not even close to the same location or the same time period. And a lot of people have been bringing up the fact that Ahsoka does have a snow outfit, if you will, a snoutfit, which I have right here. Give me 1 second. There it is. This outfit that Ahsoka does wear in the Clone Wars, but this is not on Pandora. This is when, she's with, as you can see, the Mandalorian shoulder pad right there. She is with she's with the Mandalorians. This is not at all what we are looking for here. So something really strange is going on. They're trying to make us think that this is a flashback to Pandora in the Clone Wars. I don't know why. However, we are getting Clone Wars flashbacks. This outfit confirms it with the Padawan Tano. It's just a question of where? Why are they wearing snowy outfits? What is the purpose of this flashback? Because Ahsoka Tano was never even on Pandora. So, all that to say, I guess don't judge a book by its cover, so to speak. Don't take everything you see online without doing a little bit of your own research, because as soon as people saw this, they immediately said, oh my God, we're flashing back to Pandora, and they didn't stop for a second to think, we're being shut down. We're being shut down because we know too much. They didn't stop for a second to think, well, maybe Ahsoka Tano wasn't even there. What about Ilum? Ilum is in a completely different galaxy than Ahsoka. Oh, you mean when Ahsoka went to Ilum with the younglings? Did she wear a snow outfit there? It definitely wasn't red if they did. Ilum would be cool, but again, Ahsoka is not in that galaxy. She's not even close to that galaxy. So, I don't know about that. I'd love to see Ilum. Ilum right now is being turned into Starkiller Base. But for Ahsoka, flashbacks seems extremely unlikely. Extremely, extremely unlikely. So, all that to say, these flashbacks, we have no idea what's going on. All we do know, and it's confirmed by Lucasfilm right here at D23, that we will be getting flashbacks. Because contrary to everybody's belief, Season 1 did not have flashbacks. Those were a World Between Worlds sequence of memories where present-day Ahsoka was in the mind of younger Ahsoka, reliving through memories, not flashbacks. Very, very different concept. Flashbacks would be a retelling of the exact events, and that was more so Ahsoka remembering what happened with a very different outcome. A fight between Ahsoka and Anakin did not happen on Mandalore at the Siege of Mandalore. I can guarantee you that much. So whatever flashback we are getting in Ahsoka Season 2 will involve, I assume, a very frigid environment. Something very, very cold.
This is where the fun begins.
Okay, and still, so let's do a brief recap here. Ahsoka Season 2 official poster. Ahsoka Season 2 official release date, January 20th, 2027. We got Anakin's new outfit right here, snowsuit. That's very similar to the Pantoran, but it's not going to be the exact same. Ahsoka, young Ahsoka, Padawan Ahsoka, snowsuit. Now, let's talk about something crazy. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie, okay? So before this panel starts and before we get, into Starfighter, which we'll hopefully get a trailer for, and Ahsoka Season 2, which we will hopefully get a trailer for, let's talk some Mandalorian and Grogu very briefly, because there is some pretty big news on that. First and foremost, The Mandalorian and Grogu comes to Disney Plus on September 2nd. This was revealed a couple hours ago, earlier today. The latest Star Wars movie that released on May 22nd of 2026 is now coming to Disney Plus on September 2nd. So in less than a month from now. In less than a month from now. Okay, so that's happening. That's going down. You know what else comes out on whoops. Oh, wait, we also learned this. The name of the snowy planet from Mando and Grogu is Fosteria, I guess. So it's not Hoth. It's not Ilum, which we all assumed that it might be. It is a new planet. Now, for The Mandalorian and Grogu, something else also releases on September 2nd. And while I leave you guys on that cliffhanger, if you have not smashed a freaking like in this stream, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Get on it. Let's do this. How should I phrase this? Let's do this. Which trailer do you think we will get tonight? Ahsoka Season 2 or Starfighter? Right about now, I am very much leaning towards Ahsoka Season 2. Everything, it seems, at D23 is focused on Ahsoka. Maybe that's because we are not getting a trailer for Ahsoka and they want to, give us some little breadcrumbs for Ahsoka. Maybe. And then the main focus of a trailer will be Starfighter. But as of right now, it seems like all lines are leading to an Ahsoka Season 2 trailer, but we shall see. Okay, while you do that, we also have something else coming out on September 2nd. And it's also... Whoa, that's really loud. And it's also Mandalorian-based. And it's also got a trailer that released today. So let's take a look at this. A new trailer. Let's do this. That was really loud. Okay, we're good.
Wow. Stinks to be those guys.
Gather around, everyone. I'll tell you the exciting story of how a little green kid turned a stone-cold bounty hunter into a warm and fuzzy stone-cold bounty hunter.
Oh, cease that. We are Imperial remnants. We do not. Oh.
It all went down like this. Mando had the X-Empire after him.
I will destroy the Mandalorians once and for all.
The hunter was now the hunted. The end.
Wait, stop. A whole bunch of other stuff happened.
It's a wicked great story, and I was there for at least 20% of it.
Look, if you're gonna be a bounty hunter, you'll have to sound more intimidating than that. It's like he's moving that thing with some kind of unseen force.
It is called the Force.
They have got to work on better names for stuff. We're surrounded.
Initiating self-destruct sequencing.
Are you nuts?
My sanity has been questioned. Initiating self-destruct sequencing.
Here we go again. It looks like you were expecting us to know who you are?
I'm Luke Skywalker. My father was Darth Vader? Oh, come on! I'm kind of a big deal!
If you say so.
So it seems to be that this is just going to be a retelling of the events of Mando Season 1, 2, maybe 3. I mean, it just looked like Season 1 and 2 right there. Luke Skywalker, of course, coming in and saving the day at the end. But all that to say, a Lego Mandalorian series is coming out on September 2nd alongside the release of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie onto Disney Plus, also on September 2nd. So, I know I just threw a lot at you guys in the last 19 minutes, but let's recap once again. So, for Ahsoka Season 2, we have the official poster with Rosario Dawson holding it right there on the right. You got Thrawn, Ahsoka, and a bunch of other characters at the bottom. January 20th is the official release date for this second season. January 20th, 2027. All right, let's calm down here, Chad. Anakin Skywalker, new outfit, not Pandora, because this Ahsoka outfit is also the same snowy outfit, and she was not on Pandora. It would make sense that Anakin Skywalker would wear the same snowy outfit in multiple different places, but I digress. Also, The Mandalorian and Grogu is coming to Disney Plus on September 2nd, and we got our first official trailer for the Lego Mandalorian series that also releases on September 2nd. All of this happened within the last 24 hours. All of this news that we just talked about happened within the last 24 hours. And I have not even, gotten to all of it yet, but that is the broad strokes. Let's see if the panel has begun and who's on stage right now, shall we? Okay. Let's see. Oh, by the way, you know who else is at this? Hayden Christensen, John Favreau, Rosario Dawson, Iman Esfandi, hanging out at D23. Oh my God, if they bring all of them out on stage and give us a trailer, this place is going to lose its mind. I'm going to lose my mind. And we're just going to sit here in shock and awe by, just the incredibleness that is Star Wars. Okay, but, sorry. Hayden Christensen's there, and so are the others. That's pretty insane. All right, let's do this. So as of right now, all right. So as of right now, I can't really tell who's on the stage first. Just seeing a bunch of Hayden Christensen photos. Oh, it has begun. Okay, but we don't know who's on stage yet. Looks like the hosts are just on stage right now. This is coming from Bespin Bulletin. Let's take a gander over at this. So we just talked a lot of Ahsoka Season 2. Now let's talk about the other project that I think we are most likely. I honestly am still going into tonight thinking we won't get an Ahsoka Season 2 trailer, at least not released publicly. Let's put it that way. The trailer I do think will be released publicly is Starfighter. Take a look at this. So this article came out just a few hours ago. Take a look. Star Wars Starfighter teaser to release at D23. By that, it means, any minute now. Is there definitely a public trailer tonight? I would not say definitely. But if there's going to be one that is released publicly, it will be this Starfighter 1, not Ahsoka Season 2. Hopefully we get both. But as of right now, I would assume if I was to pick one, I would say Starfighter. But Star Wars Starfighter will reportedly get a teaser, not an official trailer, but a teaser at D23. And we also know the rough length of it, according to a reputable source within the industry. By the way, if you're sitting here going, Mike, why are you so certain that we are getting an Ahsoka Season 2 and a Starfighter trailer? It's because of all of these industry insiders. It's all of these scoopers and leakers that have their entire reputation on the line. I'm not a scooper or a leaker. I just talk about the news and get hyped up about the news and break down the breakdowns and the trailers and all that stuff. That's what we do here. That's what the people who love Star Wars do. These leakers and scoopers that make their living off of doing that thing have their entire jobs on the line, their entire reputation on the line, and they are all saying the same thing, and that is this. We are getting a Starfighter trailer tonight, and we are likely getting an Ahsoka Season 2 trailer tonight. We previously wrote about how very little has been confirmed to take place at D23 for Star Wars this year. However, there have been plenty of speculations and rumors about a teaser trailer for both Starfighter and Ahsoka Season 2. There's also been further debate whether any teaser will only be watchable by those in attendance and not publicly released online. That is my concern still going into tonight, that they won't be released publicly. Both trailers. I mean, I'm sure that even if they don't get released, there will be some sort of video of the trailer that people in attendance will get. But I just want to watch it in HD. Can a man just watch the Ahsoka Season 2 trailer or the Starfighter trailer in peace and not have to look at a blurry video of a video? Lucasfilm, if you're watching, please, let's make everybody's Friday night on an August 14th in 2026. Let's just make Let's just make August 14th the new Christmas, okay? Christmas in the summer. Can we do that, please? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Continuing. In the latest episode of the Hot Mic podcast, the ever reliable Jeff Snyder took questions from fans, including ones about Star Wars at D23. The Insider was asked if we can expect to see a Starfighter teaser trailer at the event. He responded by saying yes. Short and sweet. Given Snyder's track record, especially when it comes to Lucasfilm, there's no reason to believe otherwise. Snyder quote tweeted our tweet about D23 and that we should prepare ourselves for 60 glorious seconds. So it might just end up being a 1-minute teaser trailer for Starfighter. Now, I'm excited for that. Anything is great. Anything right now would make my day. However, 60 seconds? All right, a lot can get done in 60 seconds. 60 seconds is a long time, right, Chet? But that is not a full-length trailer. That is an absolute teaser of a trailer. Okay, but prepare yourself for 60 glorious seconds is what they tweeted. Plus tweeting a star and box glove emoji. Boxing glove. Okay. So there you have it. There will be a 60-second long teaser for the Sean Levy directed picture at D23. So when does that happen? Well, the panel has begun now. It's just a matter of when does when does Star Wars, when does Lucasfilm take the stage? I don't know if they're going first. I don't know if they're going last. However, we do have some information about what we could expect tonight from Ahsoka Season 2 from Iman Esfandi himself. But before we get to that, tell me in the chat, do you think that Jeff Snyder here is correct? Do you think we'll be getting a 60-second teaser trailer tonight? Or will it be a full-on official trailer that's 2.5 minutes long? What are we thinking? Keep in mind, the Lego Mandalorian trailer that we just watched that came out today, that was 2 minutes and 1 second. So 60 seconds. As great as it is, because we've never met these characters before. Ryan Gosling, Matt Smith, Mia Goth, Amy Adams, Aaron Pierre, all of these great actors in Hollywood. They're joining the Star Wars galaxy, but we don't know their characters' names. We don't know if they're playing good guys or bad guys. We don't know who they are, what they do, why they're there, or how this plot even goes. But a 60-second teaser trailer can get a lot of information out quickly. Let's put it this way. Chewie, I'm home. Or sorry, Chewie, we're home. My bad. Got people more excited for The Force Awakens than any other trailer. Granted, there is no Han Solo or Chewbacca in this Starfighter film, to my knowledge. Han Solo is dead, and Chewbacca, I don't think is going to be in this. Either way, having Harrison Ford come out and say Chewie, we're home as he arrives on the Millennium Falcon is very different than introducing to a brand new cast of characters. However, it proves that just a 5-second clip of a trailer can provide an enormous amount of hype. So 60 seconds could get a lot done. It could get a lot done. Has anything happened yet? Yes. Would you like me to recap again? We have the Ahsoka official release date, Ahsoka official poster. We got new outfits for Anakin and young Ahsoka, confirming flashbacks in Ahsoka Season 2. Mandalorian and Grogu's coming to Disney Plus on September 2nd, along with a Lego Mandalorian spoof thing. You know, the Lego things. And now Iman Esfandi is talking about Ahsoka Season 2 as well. So let's go to that. This happened earlier today. Earlier today at D23, there was a panel that celebrated Ahsoka Season 1. And of course, at that panel, Iman Esfandi, who plays Ezra Bridger, I don't know if you guys are messing with me at this point. Release date when? Ahsoka Season 2 releases on January 20th. I feel like I gotta tattoo it across my forehead. January 20th, 2027, Ahsoka Season 2. Where were we? Okay, so there was a panel earlier today about the celebration of Ahsoka Season 1, and Iman Esfandi was on stage and was asked about this. So, take a look at this. Oh, it's muted. Give me 2 seconds. Hang on, Jet. Give me a second.
Coming soon.
Aha. I fixed it. I fixed it. Here we go.
To Disney Plus next year.
Season 2.
Without giving too much away. Yeah. I know you would never. Can you tease a little bit about what's to come?
Season 2 of Ahsoka. There's going to be more lightsabers. A lot more lightsaber action. There's going to be some space battles.
Battles in
space action. And there's going to be witches and swords and explosions galore. It's going to be really fun, really fast-paced, and we may or may not hear something about that a little later today.
So now what are we thinking? Ahsoka Season 2 trailer tonight? Because this was from 3 hours ago. Or no, sorry. This was from 6 hours ago. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so 6 hours ago, Eastern Standard Time. He was on stage talking about this and saying that we may or may not be getting a little bit of something about Ahsoka Season 2 later today. I really don't know anymore. I want a trailer for both. I'm more excited for Ahsoka Season 2, but there needs to be more promotional material for Starfighter because of the fact that it's a brand new cast of characters. I know who Ahsoka is. I know who Anakin is. I know who Ezra is. I know who Thrawn is. I don't know who Ryan Gosling is playing. I don't know who Matt Smith is playing. So I would need a trailer for that more than I need a trailer for Ahsoka Season 2. But I personally want a trailer for Ahsoka Season 2 more. But he does talk about the second season in this as well, so let's go back for a second.
So stay tuned for D23 for Ahsoka Season 2. Kristen, thank you for having me.
Iman, thank you for coming. This was wonderful. I think we may have more to come later today.
Is it all right if I take it's my first D23, y'all. I'd love to take like a selfie video.
Season
Can we get in the selfie? Oh, wait, we're not
2
there.
is coming soon to Disney Plus next year.
Season 2.
Without giving too much away. Yeah. I know you would never.
No way. The X-Men cast just got revealed? So Marvel's on stage right now. Whoa. Really? Hang on. Oh, Sean Levy is there. Sean Levy is in attendance at D23. I'm not seeing anything about the X-Men, though. I guess my feed on Twitter is more geared towards Star Wars than X-Men or Marvel, I should say, but I'm not seeing anything about it. Ooh, I almost forgot to talk about that. Okay, let's continue about this Ezra Bridger thing. That's pretty crazy. The X-Men needs to be perfectly casted. You want to know why? Okay, little sidetrack from Star Wars for a brief second. The reason that the X-Men has so much riding on it, first and foremost, is, well, how long has that movie been out now? Okay, I won't even do that. No spoilers here. First and foremost, they've done the X-Men twice now. And the first time around, the casting was spectacular. I mean, obviously, blanking on names, holy crap. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, I don't know why I couldn't think of his name, is perfection. Sir Patrick Stewart, perfection. Sir Ian McKellen, perfection. Even like Halle Berry as Storm is fantastic. everybody. Jason, or not Jason. Yeah, is it Jason? Whatever. Those people are fantastic cast. Then you recasted them, which is extremely difficult to accomplish, and it still be good, and they pulled it off. Fassbender as Magneto is perfection. Honestly, probably the best version of Magneto we've ever received. Even McAvoy, is it McAvoy? Yeah, McAvoy as Charles Xavier is spectacular as well. So in order for them to pull it off 3 times is extremely difficult. That's all I'll say. Back to Star Wars. Back to Star Wars. Okay. Let's go back to Star Wars. Okay. So, Iman Asfandi, where were we?
Can you tease a little bit about what's to come?
Season 2 of Ahsoka. There's going to be more lightsabers. A lot more lightsaber action.
A lot more lightsaber action. No surprise there. Ezra Bridger is going to be in this a lot in the main galaxy. Ahsoka, Sabine, Balin, Shin, all wield lightsabers.
There's going to be some space battles. Some space action. And there's going to be witches and swords and explosions.
Witches and swords. This is where things get really cool because we got some concept art images from this second season of Ahsoka as well. One of the biggest ones being Enoch with a crazy looking blade here. Let's take a look at this. Where did that go? Hang on. I had this pulled up somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There it is, chat. So a lot of concept art images were shown to us too at here. Some we've already seen, some we haven't. The big one being this Enoch one right here. So when he mentions Night Sisters and swords, witches and swords, this is what he's talking about. That looks like a lightsaber. It's not. It's a sword imbued with Night Sister magic, and it's glowing this green glow. So I'm assuming that this weapon is going to be able to go toe-to-toe with a lightsaber. Some other concept art we got is Night Sisters over there. Some more Night Sisters. Oh, this is Hu Yang, General Grievous versus Shin Hati right there. We zoom out. We got Ahsoka and Sabine standing on the father's finger. Crazy sentence. Night Sisters, Ahsoka and Sabine at some sort of ruin right there. Some more Night Sisters. Them examining some other ruin. We've seen this already. This is Thrawn in some sort of maybe the Chimera, not too sure, but he's looking at some battle plans. So a couple concept art images we've seen before, some we haven't, but the big one being Enoch with this crazy looking blade, which is what Iman Asfandi is talking about right here.
Galore. It's going to be really fun, really fast-paced, and
it better be fast-paced. It's 8 episodes, and we got a lot to get to in 8 episodes.
We may or may not hear something about that a little later today. So stay tuned here at D23 for Ahsoka Season 2.
We may or may not be getting hear more about that later on today. When you bring Rosario Dawson, Iman Asfandi, and Hayden Christensen to D23, you gotta assume that they are going to give us something. Some sort of trailer, either to the people in attendance or the people that are, at home. Us. Yes, us. The other bit of crazy news that has nothing to do with Starfighter, nothing to do with The Mandalorian and Grogu, nothing to do with Ahsoka Season 2, and I am absolutely shocked is even anywhere close to this D23 stage, is this. The trailer for Star Wars Eclipse. Remember that one? Star Wars Eclipse is being presented at the Lucasfilm Pavilion, which is sort of their stage at D23 this year. This seemingly confirming that the game is still in development. This trailer came out 4 years ago, 5 years ago. You're talking about, and don't get me wrong, this trailer is incredible. Like, when this trailer dropped, people thought it was like an actual movie trailer. We had no idea that this was not going to happen for at least the next 5 years. It was 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, they dropped this incredible trailer and then haven't done anything since. The fact that they're showing it at D23 means, well, first and foremost, we might get an announcement about it. We might get some sort of update for this game. It might be our next big Star Wars game. It could be coming out in 2027 for all we know. But it's very strange that they're even showing it at D23. So, in a time where we are waiting for an Ahsoka Season 2 trailer or a Starfighter trailer or news on a Simon Kinberg trilogy or anything from Star Wars, they are showing the trailer for Eclipse. Odd, but exciting, because I was really excited for that game when it first got announced, and then we haven't heard anything since. And that was 4 years ago. That was 4 years ago. Okay. This is actually the official Star Wars account in their video of the setup here for D23. So let's actually go through this while we're at it. Holy crap, that's loud. My bad. Hang on. Burst your eardrums, why don't you? So we got Sabine Wren. Pretty similar to the first season. There's a little bit different paint work, or I guess not really, but she is on in a different galaxy, so we didn't assume for her to change at all. Lightsabers galore, by the way. Keep that in mind. Sabine's got one on her hip. So does Anakin, where we're getting this. It just says Anakin Skywalker on the bottom, but Padawan, Ahsoka. Thrawn. So it looks like the same outfit for Thrawn. Whoops, sorry. It looks like the same outfit for Thrawn. There was a rumor that we were supposed to be getting a new outfit for Thrawn, so I don't know. This is a great mother, sorry. And last we heard, one of the great actresses for the Great Mothers said that they were not on the set. They were not going to be in season 2. So I wonder if all three will be there. There's only one costume design out there, so I don't really know. Nice look at Ahsoka here. Again, nothing's really going to change for the outfit, much for the outfit of Ahsoka and Sabine, because they're stranded on a different galaxy. So they can't really like go outfit change when they don't. I guess they have their ship, but yeah. Then they go over to the Mandalorian portion where you got the Anzellans here. These are some Loth cats. These are going to be in season, meaning we are going to Lothal in this second season. So that keep that in mind. That guy's his own man. So that's the display. That's the Lucasfilm Pavilion that they have going on in the 50th anniversary, of course, logo being back there as well, which is next year. So that's the latest and greatest from what's going on there. Let's refresh our page here and see who's on stage and what's going on. Here is Rosario Dawson holding said poster here. Take a look at this. This poster is so freaking cool. It reminds me quite a bit of the Thrawn book covers. Like you look at Thrawn here in the background, and then you look at like these book covers where he is, menacingly in the background right there. It's very similar to that, which gives me hope because we want them to take a lot from those books. A lot of the information from those novels about Thrawn and all the stuff that Timothy Zahn created in those two trilogies should be involved in what's happening in this show as well. Grand Admiral Holly with a very generous $5 super chat. I appreciate that. That's extremely generous of you. Says the uniform for Thrawn is new. Trust me, there's not much difference, but I promise it's a new uniform. Okay. I trust you, Holly. I mean, you do cosplay as Thrawn, so. Can you buy the new poster? I want it. I'm sure at some point you could buy this new poster, but as of right now, I assume you cannot. Maybe if you're in attendance at D23, you could, but to my knowledge, you cannot buy this. Yeah. When does the X-Men come out? The X-Men don't come out, I don't think, until like 2028 at the very earliest. again, I'm not 100% sure on that. I know it's not next year. Yeah. Okay, so I know a lot of excitement is happening right now with all these crazy new revelations, and we have yet to get the new Star Wars trailers yet because they are not on stage yet. Seems like they kickstarted off with Marvel, because Marvel kind of got a lot of stuff done at D20. I mean, at San Diego Comic-Con. So it seems as though we are going to be maybe finishing with Star Wars, or at least saving the meat and potatoes for Star Wars here. But while we wait patiently, or for most of us impatiently, I do want to bring on a special guest to celebrate with all of us, or not celebrate, but you know what I mean, to bring in a fan favorite guest, I might add, for this channel, the one, the only, Ron. Some people call him Thrawn, by the way. Go ahead, Ron.
What's going on, Star Wars fans? Thanks for having me, dude. This is such an exciting time right now for everything that's going on in Star Wars and all of everything that's going on at D23 tonight. I appreciate you having me on here, and thanks. I saw all the hellos earlier when I jumped on in the chat, so appreciate you guys saying hello and welcome me in.
Of course, of course. Well, I just didn't want to, experience this without seeing Ron's face. So once a trailer drops, I gotta get the reaction from Ron, and I gotta get the reaction, of course, from myself and everybody in the chat. But I didn't want to go through this alone. And I know we have plenty of people in the chat here today, but it doesn't hurt to have another person's opinion, because if I'm sitting here going, this sucks, or Ron says that, then we will have, differing opinions, but that doesn't tend to happen with the two of us. We'll see. We shall see. Having said that, we do have a big crowd here tonight, Ron. Any predictions on what we might see? I know. Well, I'll ask you that after. What do you think we're going to see tonight? A Ahsoka Season 2 trailer, a Starfighter trailer, something else? What are you thinking?
It's crazy because, even last night, I know people were on the chat and we were talking about Rebel ScumCon, but obviously we talked about a bunch of other stuff. And now that today, what we've seen today, it's still up in the air. I've actually changed my, thinking, like you were talking about a little bit earlier, where maybe we'll get a Ahsoka trailer tonight with everything that Iman's talking about and some of these other, scoopers. And like you were saying, that's the closest thing. We're getting it in January, which I thought we would. I figured we'd get it early enough. I know it's probably going to overlap a little over, A New Hope when it comes out, but that's going to be amazing. We're going to have that in the theaters. We're still going to be able to watch Ahsoka weekly. Then once we start moving forward, we got Maul. I think now that we see that Ahsoka's coming in January, Maul is going to be sort of towards probably after Starfighter, I would guess, because we'll have Celebration, then Starfighter. But for tonight, I'm leaning a little bit towards Ahsoka because of everything that we're getting. All the outfits, and I'm glad you clarified that with the jackets. I know I had some people asking today about, different episodes and things like that. So it's going to be really fun and interesting to see what they do with these outfits.
Yeah, immediately I was thinking, as everybody was, I've seen that Anakin outfit before. And everybody immediately went to that Pantoran episode. And I'm sitting there watching it today going, where is Ahsoka? Like, she's not even in the episode, so why would there be a flashback in Ahsoka Season 2 to an episode where Ahsoka doesn't even exist? Or she's not in, she exists, but, she's not at the events of that thing. And it makes me think that there's something else going on here, and the reason that Anakin's wearing that jacket is because he probably has the same winter jacket that he just wears to different places. Whoa. Yeah. So and Ahsoka happens to just be there with him wherever they are. It makes me think that it's obviously a Clone Wars flashback to a place we don't know that they went, or to a place that we have yet to see. So it'll add new context while also being a flashback to that era. The biggest question, though, is our main goal is to explain the Mortis gods, right? Like that's why we would get a flashback in the first place. How does this explain the Mortis? How does Anakin wearing a winter coat help us to explain the Mortis gods, Rod?
Yeah, I don't understand some of these flashbacks that we could possibly get in these uniforms or jackets, whatever it might be. But like Holly said, we got a new Thrawn outfit, we got Ahsoka's jacket, we got Luke's jacket, and it'll be interesting to see where this is going, because we do have to. Well, and that's just it. As much as we think about the Mortis gods and that Abeloth and everything that they've sort of dropped in our laps, maybe they're going in a whole different direction, and that's an interesting concept as well. But everything that we have, it looks like it's going towards that way, and that's going to be the interesting part, hopefully. And I think even if we get a trailer tonight, it's going to make it more confusing, because just like we with the Mandalorian and Grogu, we didn't know what was going on until we went into the theaters. And
that's true.
We're going to get psyched. It's going to be awesome. And I think it'll be interesting to see what we get if we get this trailer. And if it goes publicly, I hope it does, because now that they've dropped the date, that makes me think a little bit more about this. But, like we've talked about in the past few weeks with Ryan Gosling and the movie coming, they're going to do a big push for that as well. So,
yeah, I agree with you. I think I'm leaning more towards Ahsoka season 2 being the trailer today, but I know we kind of already have a grasp on what Ahsoka season 2 is going to look like because of season 1. Like, just how the way season 1 ended, we almost assume we know what's going to happen in season 2. We don't. Clearly we don't. We got one outfit from Anakin and we all lose our minds. But a trailer's not going to give us all of our answers, as you just said. I think Starfighter would benefit so much more from a trailer tonight than Ahsoka season 2 would. And I am far more excited for Ahsoka season 2, and I want any breadcrumb I can get for that second season. I just think that Starfighter, because we don't know any of the characters, because it's a brand new spot in the timeline, it would benefit so much more by a trailer tonight. If we're going to get one or the other, I'm leaning towards Ahsoka because of what Iman said and stuff, but I think Starfighter would be more beneficial. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that as well, because what we've gotten from Ahsoka, those little sneak peeks of these outfits and Amon saying some things, maybe we'll get a little bit more. Maybe they'll announce somebody else coming out on stage, and that's all we get. And then we get the Starfighter trailer, because it is a bigger draw for the normie fans.
Yeah.
The Starfighter movie. Ahsoka, me, you, everybody in the chat, Clan Brandalorian who just rolled up in here, we're all excited for the Ahsoka lore. They talked a little bit about that this past weekend. So, the lore and Thrawn and Ahsoka, and I'm more excited about that as well. But I think you're right. I think that they would be better off promoting and sort of showing some stuff for Starfighter at this point, because nobody really knows what's going on. Everybody knows like the big actors that are going to be in there, and Ryan Gosling's going to be in Star Wars, but we need to know a little bit more. The normie fans need to know a little bit more of what's going on, because I think if you show a little bit of a lightsaber battle, that's going to blow freaking people's minds.
Yeah. That's very true. Well, you did mention Clan Brandalorian, and shout out to him because he just sent a super chat of $2. I appreciate that quite a bit. Clan Brandalorian in the house saying, what's good? Hashtag, the hunt for Ben Solo. Hashtag Starfighter and hashtag Ahsoka. I appreciate that, Clan Brandalorian. Shout out to Clan Brandalorian, of course, a great friend of the channel. I do agree with you, though, where Starfighter, of course, would, like, we don't know who, we know the actors, but we don't know the characters. We don't know the plot. We don't know any of that stuff. Somebody just pointed it out in the chat, and I do have to bring this up too. Where'd it go? Dang it. Here we go. Now we lost it. There was an image. Now I've completely lost it. But standing side by side was Lin-Wyn Brennan, who's now the co-president of Lucasfilm. If somebody can find that image and send it to the Discord, that'd be fantastic. Next to her was Kathleen Kennedy. These people are in attendance to D23 right now. Next to her was Sean Levy. And next to her, I forget the fourth person, but these are all people who are producers, or the director, Sean Levy, on Starfighter, because Kathleen Kennedy greenlit the movie before she left, and now she's staying on as a producer for that film. So the people who are working on Starfighter are there. The people who are working on Ahsoka Season 2 are there. It's possible that we could be getting both tonight. I don't want to get too excited. I don't want to get my hopes too high, but it's very possible, because the people who are in attendance there, because of what we've been talking about for the last 55 minutes, that we could very well be getting both trailers tonight.
And that would be amazing. I mean, like you said, I mean, mind's blown. If we could get both of them tonight, it would be fantastic. And I think it would help as well to get both of them, as much as the movie is, going to be some more of their bread and butter with the big actors that we've talked about being in it. But for Star Wars fans, you've already pushed back Ahsoka this first time. We were supposed to get it this year. And if you come out now, you're telling us it's going to be in January, and we're already in August. We need a little bit, to chew on for the next few months.
Yeah.
And same with Starfighter. And this is a perfect time to do it, because by the time we get to Celebration, Ahsoka will be done. The Star Wars A New Hope is, maybe hopefully still in theaters. Right afterwards is going to be Starfighter. So we don't have anything yet new for them to talk about. So if we push these two out, get everybody excited for this, now all we're going to get in Star Wars Celebration is new stuff. And that's the exciting part, I think, as well, because these two projects right now that we're talking about are so close together for next year. They're both going to be out by the end of May. And we have no idea what the next, well, I guess we have them all for next year, but I think they're going to do a big announcement in Celebration, and it won't have to be about Ahsoka. A little bit about Starfighter, because we were almost there, but it won't be as much. I think more pushing some of this new stuff coming out.
No, I completely agree. I think this D23 is the best, not last, but best opportunity, and one of the last, to promote these two projects specifically. And as you said, there's a lot more to 2027 than just the first 5 months of the year, because May is the 5th month of the year. So in order for the back half to be, have content, they're going to have to announce said content, and that would be at Star Wars Celebration. D23 just happens to be the perfect time to give us these two specific announcements. Now, we have gotten some little other things. I'm sure you watched the Lego Mandalorian trailer there. The Lego things are a lot of fun. They're just goofy and whatever. But that comes out September 2nd. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which I know you're very high on yourself, comes on to Disney Plus on September 2nd. How many times are you going to watch that on, its release day?
It'll be a bunch. I'm excited about that. I'm also, and I know you will too, going to get the Blu-ray or DVD or whatever to get all of these extra scenes and deleted scenes. Hopefully that we get to get more pumped up about this whole thing, and just being there last weekend with so many of the Mandalorian and Grogu actors and actresses that were in the movie was really cool to talk to them and hear their excitement about it as well. And, hopefully some future stuff will come out of it. But I'm super psyched about that. And I think the Mandalorian Legos is going to be fun as well. Again, it's not canon, which I like, but, just before I got on, when I was talking to you, I was listening a little bit more of Legacy before you got on. So, that's another good one. And the new, Ben Solo comic book just dropped, I think yesterday it was, or the day before. So we have all this content coming out, which is fantastic. And I think the more, the better right now. And like you said, D23 is a perfect time to push this stuff out. We're all here tonight. It's a Friday night in August. And how many people usually head out, do something with their family, or, go out for a drink or two, things like that. And we're all here. people come back from vacation. They go vacation yesterday. They drive an hour and a half back to do live streams. You know,
Who
so
would that be?
it's really cool that we have this stuff coming out and we're able to get on and talk about it and have some of the leaks and have some of these little carrots dangled in front of us. So I do want to say, when I'm trying to look, I just put up a new monitor, so I'm able to see and try to read the chats as they go along. So when you guys see me looking up, that's what I'm doing. But there's so many people, it's just going so fast, which is amazing. And it's so cool that everybody's here. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, everybody, just spam random stuff in the chat to make Ron lose his mind. Go ahead. All right, but while you do that, these were the images I was talking about before, and I did find them. So we got Hayden, Dave, Rosario, and Iman, which the Ahsoka crew lined up. That's a pretty loaded crew right there. That's pretty awesome. You got the four of them. Sorry, my math was not mathing. The four of them right there. Then you got these. This is actually where the original release date came from. This is kind of wild. It was this image where this poster was upside down and people zoomed in, flipped it over, and realized that, oh my God, this is, January 20th. So that's how it was all revealed. Like, it was just an upside down poster, which is crazy. And then this was the one I was looking for, which is Kathleen Kennedy, Sean Levy, Lin-Wyn Brennan, and I still don't know who this fourth lady is. But either way, the four of them standing here at D23, the Starfighter crew in the house and the Ahsoka crew in the house, could be meaning posters for both.
Those are pretty cool. And
that is pretty cool. But
Hayden being there and look at Oman all shaved up. So it's
see, I shot myself in the foot here. Now people are saying random stuff that might be true in the chat, and now I don't know if it's true or not. Sorry. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. It definitely means we could be getting trailers for both projects, which would be wild. It's still not Disney's turn right now. Actually, The Simpsons movie 2 is, oh, sorry, Ron's gone. 1 second. My bad, Ron. You're here. So The Simpsons is on stage right now. So they're showing footage from The Simpsons movie 2. So right now we still don't have Star Wars on stage yet. It does seem like they might be saving best for last scenario type here. I think the big show, or the biggest part of this show, is going to be Star Wars. If I know they announced somebody said they announced the X-Men cast. I'm still not seeing anything about that. But if that's the case, then Marvel should be done already. So they started with Marvel. That most likely means they're ending with Star Wars. Anne Hathaway was on stage a couple minutes ago as they announced The Princess Diaries 3. So that happened. So yeah, still no Star Wars. I do want to hear your take, Ron, though, on what I sort of sent you earlier, which I was extremely confused about, and I'm still extremely confused about, is that they are showing the trailer for Star Wars Eclipse. I don't really understand this one. This is a 4-year-old trailer that they're showing at D23.
And I don't know why. Yeah, they would just, and it's funny because like the people around there are just like, yeah, who cares? You know,
who cares?
Where's my beer? There's one dude there watching it, and that's about it. Everybody else, it's just on a continuous loop.
Well, it's true. Plus, it's a 4-year-old trailer. Like, this is not something new, but it's still one of the coolest trailers we've ever gotten. Like, it's that crazy. Oh my God, Jordan Rennie in the house with a $10 super chat says it's almost 4 a.m. here. Come on, Lucasfilm, give us the goods. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's almost 11 o'clock at night, and I'm sitting here complaining. But yeah, 4 a.m. is 4 a.m. is crazy. So for the people in the UK or in Europe, I guess, that are watching, first and foremost, we appreciate you for being here. And second of all, what the hell you're doing here? Go to sleep. Make better life decisions. Or don't. Says me, who's going to be up all night if we... Oh, dang it. I keep pressing that button, and it gets rid of Ron. But I'll be up all night making breakdowns. I've seen a couple people mention my shirt. Yes, I am wearing an Anakin shirt today because, Anakin's going to be in Ahsoka season 2. And don't forget about the goat. But Yeah, that's where we're at as well. Now, I did bring up this concept art image, Ron, and I'm dying to know what you think of this stuff because we got this. This Enoch Night Sister whatchamacallit, whatever you want to call it, new lightsaber stopper. Thoughts?
I think it's pretty awesome. But I'm glad you were able to explain because it does sort of look like a lightsaber with a really long hilt on it.
Yeah.
Where obviously it's not a lightsaber because, and that's the sort of the interesting part about it as well is Thrawn's just not a huge Jedi fan anyways. So for him to have something like that is going to be interesting to see what's going on. And it's hard to tell, obviously, the two people behind him as well, who they are.
I assume, Night Sisters. We get a lot of Night Sisters going on here. You got some over there on the right. You got this crazy looking one with these fangs coming down. Yeah. This one right there. Ones with the bows like we see in the Clone Wars. My God, we're getting super chats galore over here, Ron. Freezy with a very generous $7 super chat says, after all the talk about Luke's son and Mara Jade, I'll be legit disappointed if they aren't in Starfighter. Do you think Luke will be in Ahsoka? Well, two very crazy questions. I guess the first one was a statement, but either way. I guess, so what you're assuming is that Flynn Gray in Starfighter is playing Luke Skywalker's son, and Amy Adams is playing Mara Jade. I think it's very unlikely. I'll put it that way. I think it's very unlikely that she will be playing Mara Jade. If that is the case, we will know immediately. We might even know before the movie comes out. But we will know immediately, and it will change everything we thought we knew about Starfighter and everything we thought we knew about the future of Star Wars. Because if Luke had a son, and that's going to, actually be the way they go about this, it changes everything we thought we knew. And I don't think I would be disappointed if it doesn't happen, because I think it honestly shakes things up a little bit too much and maybe would complicate things a little bit too much. If Luke has a son, the Skywalker bloodline would not come to an end. Hence, the Skywalker saga would not come to an end. But to answer your back half question, I think Luke will be in Ahsoka Season 2? No. I think it's far more likely we see his twin sister, Leia Organa. But Ron, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think that we'll see Luke in there, but it is interesting, like you were just saying, in reference to, some of these characters, coming in and out of the universe. It's hard to tell, who's going to be in what, and some of these timelines, the ages are different now, and some of this other stuff that's been going on. It's so interesting what they're going to do to try to put somebody in here. And I think you're right with the whole, you throw a child in the mix that has a Skywalker name or the Skywalker bloodline.
Yep.
We're sort of going not backwards, but sort of they've already started to tell us that they're getting away from that.
Yeah, you're dragging it on for no reason.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We've as much as we love it, we've had enough, and you can add on to it here and there with little things. I know people might get pissed at that, me saying that we have enough of it, but I mean, don't get me wrong. You know me. I mean, I want whatever I can get, wherever it's coming from, as long as it's canon and it ties in properly. And that's the thing. And I think that when they bring this new saga together or whatever, and I really think with Dave in charge, he's not going to have Sean Levy come in and, oh, okay, you're a great director, and here's a story, and then just F it all up and to do some different things. So I don't think that that's going to happen. I think we're going to stay on track, and it's not going to piss off too many people with Dave at the helm right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think you see a bunch of, obviously, because Star Wars is so massive, the fandom is so massive, that you see a bunch of people having very differing opinions on this topic, but you see two sides of it. One side saying, well, there's three sides, I guess, people in the middle, but one side saying, I don't want to see anything with Skywalkers anymore, let's move on. Then you see people saying, I don't want to see anything that isn't related to a Skywalker. And then, of course, there's a bunch of people in the middle.
Yeah.
I think you can please all fans, as they have been for years and years now, and you can please all fans with a Mandoverse that does involve Luke, Leia, and Han every once in a while, and then you can have a post-sequel world with Starfighter and a Kimberg trilogy and all that other stuff without any Skywalkers, and then the Old Republic, which has none of either. Like, it has nothing of any connection to anybody, except for, obviously, Old Republic characters. So I think there's a balance between having both, pleasing all fans, having certain projects like an Andor, while you also have a project like Kenobi, two at the pretty much same time in the timeline, but one's about the Force and Obi-Wan and Vader and the Sith and the Jedi and lightsabers, and one's about none of that, but it's still just as good, so, if not better. So it's balancing the best of both worlds, giving fans what they want, and giving fans what they don't know they want, but they also want. That is the most impossible but important job that Lucasfilm has to accomplish. I will say, in terms of an update on who's on stage right now for D23, The Incredibles 3, so Pixar is on stage right now. The Incredibles 3 was just up there. I'm not quite sure what the release date is on that. I think it's 2027, but it might be 2028. Either way, The Incredibles 3, which is awesome. I mean, the first two movies in that franchise are home runs. Yeah. So that is what's on stage right now. So Pixar, they just had a bunch of concept art shown for that movie. So if Pixar's on stage now, Marvel's already been on stage. There's only a few more franchises that Disney owns that could be up next. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, they're definitely drawing this out, I think, for the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, they're saving best for last. I know I talked about this before, but it's Marvel had their time at San Diego Comic-Con. That's exactly where where the Doomsday stuff happened, where Ghost Rider got announced, where Black Panther 3 got announced. That's where they talked about all the Marvel stuff. And that was only a couple weeks ago. So for Star Wars, this is pretty much their night. Like, they're going to be the most important ones here.
Well, and I think that's the reason that we could possibly get both of those trailers tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's like, hey, let's just blow everybody's mind. And I still go back to, because I honestly did not think that they would bring Maul in as much as Vader in as much as they did in Maul Shadow Lord. I thought if we were going to get it at all, it would be a little bit at the end and sort of like, a cliffhanger, but he comes in on 9 and 10 and just blows our minds. And he's not like he's in there for 30 seconds and he's gone. So
yeah.
Who knows what they're going to do with this. And that's where I've sort of, after that happened in my thinking, that's where I've sort of started to go that it's up in the air for anything at this point. Whether they sort of pull back a little bit and make us wait a little bit longer, or they throw it all out in our faces and we're just scrounging and trying to catch all the pieces and put the puzzle, together and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's not. Maul Shadow Lord could have been a 22 episode series easily. But they didn't. They contained it to 10 episodes. In those 10 episodes, every single one of them was just peak on peak on peak. They could have dragged it out. They could have given us filler episodes. They could have developed maybe Daki and Devin for like 6 episodes in a row and given us a backstory for them. And nope. They just gave us straight peak the entire time, and that 10th episode blew our freaking minds. We were so used to, as Star Wars fans, that long game. Like you said, like we were all saying, we thought that Vader was not going to be in this show until season 2. If anything, he would show up at the very end of season 1 as a cliffhanger. But no, they've changed over there at Lucasfilm. They've changed the way that they work. And I agree with you. I think they're just giving us everything that we want quicker than we even thought, because we're so used to waiting so long. Yeah. Where can I find the official trailer for D23? There is not one. The people in attendance get the priority access stuff, and if it's released publicly, it's released publicly. If it's not, then we get the grainy photo of a photo of a photo. Okay, but going back to this concept art images, Ron, we do have some pretty interesting things with these two. This one in the top right corner right here, with Ahsoka and Sabine looking at something carved into a mountain, or possibly just this sort of ruined thing itself. This looks to me like the giant droid looking, celestial looking things that we saw from the concept art images, but it's just been destroyed and eroded over thousands and thousands of years, and is kind of just the head of a giant droid that Ahsoka and Sabine will be fighting later on in the season. It makes me think that this was a part of the quote-unquote Night Sister kingdom that was there before, and they are just going through and finding the ruins of it. And they're going to go through and find all this crazy stuff that will explain what happened to the Night Sisters, or this entire galaxy. As Dave Filoni told us, the Peridia Galaxy is a completely dead galaxy, meaning somebody killed the entire galaxy. And who that is. I got a feeling that this whole who Baylan Skoll is searching for, it's not going to be revealed until the last episode of this season. Maybe not the last episode, but at least not the first half of the season. They're going to drag it out by, like, we might not even see Baylan Skoll himself until the second half of the season, because it's going to be a lot of this. Ahsoka and Sabine trying to figure it out, trying to figure out why they're there, what Baylan is looking for, and it's going to be this long build up until the grand reveal. Is it Abeloth? Is it something else? We don't know. But I think it's going to take at least the first half of the season. While that's happening, well, Ahsoka and Sabine aren't really doing too much. They're just sort of like Indiana Jones trying to investigate stuff. The other galaxy is going to be chaos. It's going to be a war, all-out war with Thrawn in the New Republic. And then it's going to kind of switch gears, I think. I think Thrawn's going to win, and the New Republic stuff is going to die down in the back half of the season, while the Baylan Skoll stuff and the Abeloth or whoever it's going to be is going to build up in that second half. But what do you think about these concept art images with these weird-looking, I don't know, deteriorating things?
You know, and like you said before, usually we agree on a lot of things, but I think that we're going to get sort of all of it as they do, you know, go back and forth between the scenes or the chapters or whatever you want to call them, where we're going to be in Peridia and we're going to be in the regular universe. I don't think that we're going to be, you know, in the regular universe with Thrawn and, you know, Hera and Chopper and everybody and Ezra and not see much of Peridia. I think that them showing Baylan, you know, looking off at the mountains at the end, we're going to get a little bit of something there to sort of ease our minds, so to speak. But I think both of these two pictures are actually probably in the same not scene or set, whatever they break them up into. I think they're heading up that way, whether they're looking for Baylan or, you know, something is going on. And once they get there, that one off up and, you know, at least for me up to the right, I think we're gonna have, you know, some sort of writing on there. There's gonna be, you know, people that have come in the past, you know, to be silly, but like, you know, the bones of, you know, the dead people that tried to break into there, or whoever is behind all this, the people that they have killed and just left there. So you're going to have ruins and different things like that, which are going to be interesting. But I think that is, it almost looks like Sabine there in that right, you know, that top, you know,
I think
looking into that.
Sabine's right there, and I think Ahsoka's right there.
Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, this carving, you were talking about like what the carving means. It looks like, and again, take this with a giant grain of salt. This could be the biggest spoiler for Ahsoka season 2. This right here looks like Gary the Snail from SpongeBob. It does. It does. Okay. But that's besides the point. I did have a question in the chat from I think it was Darth Vader. Oh, there goes Ron. I keep pressing the wrong button. From Darth Vader, who says, do we think that Mando will be in Ahsoka season 2 because of Moff Gideon and the Shadow Council members in Mando Season 3 mentioning Thrawn? Do we think we'll see a crossover between Mando and Grogu and Ahsoka Season 2? I'll let you start with this one, Ron. Do you think we'll see Din Djarin and Grogu in this one?
As much as I would like to, I do not.
Yeah.
I think we just came. If we do, it'll be sort of like we've all talked about before. It'll be sort of at the end, maybe okay, Thrawn kicks ass. He's taken out, everybody in the main galaxy. He's winning, and now they have to figure out what they're going to do. We have to join forces. Oh, hey, let me call a friend. You call a friend, and now we got the Mandoverse coming together with Dave.
Yeah.
So I think that could possibly happen, but I don't think that we're going to be halfway through it, and they're fighting Thrawn, and Hera makes a phone call to a friend of a friend, and Din and Grogu show up. I don't think that that's going to happen. It would be cool if it does. Just like we saw when Luke came in at the end of, season 2 of Mandalorian. If they roll up in the Razor Crest, that how freaking awesome would that be?
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that we'll see them. I think we have enough characters in here already that we need to, get this more of the story and what's going on. All of them, from Thrawn and Ezra all the way down, to Carson Teva and some of these other characters that we know that are going to be in here, and figure out what's going on. But now we start adding more characters from other places, a Boba Fett or a Mandalorian. I think that might almost be too character heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're on to something where you're like, if they do show up, it would be at the very end to sort of set up whatever's coming next. And we kind of both assume that Thrawn's going to take home a big old win in this second season. And that'll leave the New Republic sort of thinking, well, what do we do now? Like, what is our goal here? What are we going to do about this? And the only option would be get our Avengers together. Get Din Djarin, Grogu, Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, all those people from the Mandoverse shows. Bring them all together to make this actually happen. Right now, as somebody said in the chat, Star Wars is supposed to be next on stage, but we shall see. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much more that they can.
Yeah, there's not much more they can get to. They've done Pixar, they've done Marvel. There's only a few options left, and one of them happens to be Star Wars. Okay. I will say I did find this, which is a incredibly way better image or clearer image for these concept art images here. I do like the Ezra one getting suited up to hop in an X-Wing, or maybe he's not hopping in the X-Wing, he's hopping in the Ghost, but either way. He talked about, Iman Asfandi talked about a lot more space fights, which is great. I mean, season 1 had plenty of lightsaber duels, it had plenty of action, but it didn't really have a lot of space fights. So I'm very excited to see, dogfights in space, a lot more X-Wings versus TIE fighters, and of course, the man behind the fight being Grand Admiral Thrawn. Getting to see him in this look and sort of being the guy in charge, sitting in the chair, sitting in the captain's chair, so sort of like you're going to get to see his strategical mind on display. Something that we haven't really gotten a lot of in Star Wars, at least in canon or in live action, I should say. It just seems like Thrawn at the end of season 1 is just trying to escape something, and he's just trying to leave, which he does do. And then in Rebels, you still don't really get to see it. You do a little bit in season 3, not so much in season 4 because he leaves. Because he has something else to go to, which is, we find out in the books, is the Grisk, but that's a whole other story. So we don't really get to see his strategical mind on display like we do in the books. So this second season is going to be the perfect opportunity to get to see that in epic fight scenes in space where Thrawn is the one in charge, and Thrawn is the one who's going to pretty much make the New Republic look stupid, which is going to be great. And then up here, we of course got to talk about General Grievous Hu Yang right there, versus Shin Hati, which obviously I'm taking Shin here, even though Hu Yang has 4 lightsabers. Shin's got the Force and Hu Yang does not. But Maybe not. I mean, he has trained plenty of Jedi. It'll be an interesting fight. I honestly don't think she's even there to fight, but we'll see. And on the left is these Night Sisters fighting New Republic soldiers.
Love that
So
picture. It
That's so
almost
cool.
looks. It almost looks like the very first. Just resembles the very first scene. When Vader,
Yeah.
comes out in A New Hope. Just everybody's in the hallway there fighting, and I'm so looking forward to seeing the Night Sisters in live action. It's gonna
Oh,
be.
yeah.
It's gonna be so cool.
I
Because
don't-
we've seen Rebel fighters, we've seen stormtroopers, we've seen the Death Trooper, all of this, but we really haven't seen any Night Sisters in live action.
Yeah, we haven't. And how are they going to pull that off? I guess is the big question. Like these bow and arrows, like just this is going to be so interesting, I suppose, to see in live action. I know we got literally swords of light in Star Wars. We've had some pretty interesting weapons, but to have these bows that are made of Night Sister magic, we just got glimpses, very small glimpses of the Night Sister magic in live action in Ahsoka season 1. We saw Morgan Elsbeth get to use a little bit of it, and then the Great Mothers. But we're gonna get to see that like turned up to 1,000 in season 2 with all these this whole entire army with weapons that are imbued with Night Sister magic, and even more of the Great Mothers doing their thing. So I am very, very excited to see how they pull it off. Of course, even though this is my channel and not Star Wars Jedi Chat, we got to shout it out. A possible connection to Marin and Cal Kestis. Shout out to Derek. And maybe that relationship there with Dathomir. Also, Asajj Ventress is a Night Sister as well. So a few familiar faces that are somewhere out there in the galaxy that could appear in Ahsoka season 2, or at least at some point in this Mandoverse, because they are Night Sisters themselves. So, and then I guess a better look. This does not look like Gary the Snail anymore, sadly. The carvings on the wall and Ahsoka and Sabine looking at them, and again, this looks looks like a wasteland. It's not just the one right here. Look behind it. There's even more over there. This looks like a war zone, honestly. That's what this reminds me of. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, there was some sort of big battle that happened here with these massive droid-looking dudes. And this is just the remains of it. And that's crazy. It means they're going in the right direction. It means they're on the right path to finding whatever Baylan Skoll is looking for. And these actually, now that we have a clearer image, these look a lot more like World Between Worlds markings. Very circular and, very much like
a map right there.
Yeah, map too. Could be. I don't see us going into the World Between Worlds in this second season, but we might get a little bit more of an explanation or a little bit more information about the World Between Worlds and how it works, I guess. Because Ahsoka's been there twice now, and if she's going to be the one sort of training Sabine and teaching her the ways of the Force and teaching her all these crazy things, then we might get an explanation through Ahsoka as to what she thinks the World Between Worlds may be, because now she's been there twice to fight Anakin and get saved by Ezra. So maybe when she comes across something like this, she goes, "Oh my God, I've been there twice." And Sabine's like, "What do you mean?" And then we get sort of an explanation for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I just came across this. I don't know if you've seen this, but Neil Patrick Harris is supposed to be hosting a panel at D23 this weekend, and he hinted to a big Star Wars movie announcement. So that's sort of interesting.
So Neil Patrick Harris on the first day of D23, yesterday, they sort of kickstarted off the weekend with him, and I don't really know why, but he did say something about on Saturday night, something big from Star Wars. He was up on stage with the Imagineers. So the theory is that it has something to do with the parks. But I don't really know what that could be. Because tonight is the Disney Entertainment Showcase. Tomorrow is the Disney Experiences Showcase. So the experiences are likely to be, the parks. So there will be some sort of Star Wars update for the parks. Just not quite sure what that is yet. Jordan Rennie with a very generous $5 super chat says, what's more interesting to you guys during the Ahsoka series? What's going on Peridia, or what's about to go down in the known universe? That's actually a great question. Ron, you want to take that? What's more intriguing to you, Peridia or Thrawn?
Man, that's a tough question because everybody knows how both of us feel about Ahsoka. So, I want to get all of this lore that they're talking about, and hopefully, helps out with the prequels and the sequels and the OG stuff as well. But I think it's, as much as I hate to say this, I think it's probably going to be in our normal universe. As much as I want to know what's going on with Balin, especially. And Ahsoka and Sabine and that whole Peridia thing. I think that this is going to be the Thrawn side, the Hera side, the Chopper, Ezra, Jason, Carson Teva, all of that. I think is going to be what's going to take us into the next chapter, the next movie. Like we've talked about with Ahsoka possibly not dying, but this could be the last that we see Ahsoka. I think that Sabine somehow will, possibly get back. I'm not sure about Shin or Balin, but I think this will be the end. And she's had an awesome run, and she has become one of my favorite characters. When Dave brought her in, and especially after season 7 was just, for me was peak. So it's going to be hard for me to say that the Ahsoka isn't, but if I were to rank it, it would definitely probably be a regular space, and then Peridia just a little bit underneath it.
Yeah, you're getting called out for miking people off, but no. So I agree to an extent. I think I am a little bit more intrigued to find out who Balin Skull is looking for. More than anything Thrawn could possibly do. I do think that the Thrawn stuff is more likely to set up more, and that's of course more exciting. It could set up an entire trilogy for all we know. But it's just been the waiting for 3.5 years for what the hell is that glimmer of light on the mountaintop. That has me a little bit more intrigued. Yeah. I gotta know. I gotta know. My patience is running low. But on stage right now is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. They just did that. Before that was Gatto, I suppose, the cat movie from Pixar. So Pixar is done. Percy Jackson's on stage. They did Iron Hearts 4 or Kingdom Hearts 4, sorry. Kingdom Hearts 4 with Coco crossover or something like that. I don't know. Not quite sure. So they are very much saving the best for last, Ron. I'm very glad that we brought you on here.
Me too.
So, yeah, this is a lot more fun. I know we had already insane news with the poster and the release date. Oh, I haven't even talked to you about the release date yet. So January 20th. I know we've been speculating for months and months and months now. Like, is it going to be closer to Star Wars Celebration? Is it going to be closer to Starfighter? Are they going to try and use Celebration to promote the second season? All of that is thrown out the window. January 20th puts it way before Celebration in April, way before Starfighter in May. What do you think? January 20th? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Where are we at?
Oh, I love it. I'm excited. And like I said, I've been calling it. I think it was going to be earlier in the year. They said early 2027. They've already like you said as well, along with the scoopers and everything else that's going on. Oh, hey, we're going to have Ahsoka season 2 at the end of 2026. Oh, no, we're going to move it back. So now we have to start to appease people. And whether it was for whatever reason, I think they possibly pushed it back a little bit to sort of bring it a little bit closer to what's going on next. Some people think that they're, still doing some editing. They're still, maybe the whole project wasn't, finished yet. But I think that right now it's just, just looking at this stuff with these pictures with Hayden and Rosario Dawson and everything that's coming out in reference to Ahsoka. I think they had to, put it up front so we get several weeks, at least 1 or 2 weeks before A New Hope comes back in the theaters. We'll have a little bit of a break in between Ahsoka and Celebration, so again, we can catch up as content creators and wrap that up and then start getting psyched for Star Wars Celebration, because like I said earlier, we're going to get a ton of stuff. If we get the ball dropped tonight and we get Ahsoka and Starfighter, it's going to be a mind-blowing celebration for new content that's coming out. Even as much as we have these couple games coming out, comics, novels, but the end of 2027 into 28 and 29, I think Star Wars Celebration is going to be a big announcement for that. So I'm really psyched that this is going to be early, that Ahsoka season 2 is going to be early this year. It's, a little bit of a late Christmas gift, which will be fun. And just give us time to let it sink in. What about you?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I know we talked about this on the live stream this week, but I was saying how I thought there was a possibility it could come out on December 29th. I thought it could still come out in 2026. And I know they pushed it back to early 2027, so people were like, oh my God, a delay. Is it going to get delayed again? Could it be after Starfighter? I'm glad that all of those are out the window. I'm glad that there's not, there's no more confusion with that. I got rid of Ron again. My bad. So we are going to actually get it early in this year, which is fantastic. Hang on. What is wrong with people? Sorry. Sometimes you just gotta. Oh, Brandon, can you just? Oh, there we go. Done. Sorry. I do like that. Even though they moved it back, it's not like mid 2027. It's right at the beginning. It's January 20th. The delay is not nearly as long as we thought it could be, because it could have been like a 8-month, 9-month, 10-month delay. It's really, if it was going to come out in September or October, it's really now just a 2-month delay, 3-month delay. Like that's nothing. That's really nothing.
Right.
So, that's, I think the 20th of January is fan-freaking-tastic. And can we just take a second to look at this poster?
It's such an amazing poster.
It's so good. Like, it's so different too from all other posters we've gotten for Star Wars, having the two of them, sort of Ahsoka, of course, still at the forefront, but having that Thrawn shaded in the background and it blending together, and then these red to give us sort of the Dathomir with the vines going through, to give us that at the bottom. And somebody was asking who these characters are, the silhouettes. I'm not 100% sure. There's people with lightsabers, so we can assume that Baylan, Shin, Sabine are in here. Ezra maybe are in here. The people with the blasters could be Hera. Maybe it's Hera and Jason. Like the smaller person there is Jason. Maybe. Could be just New Republic soldiers, for all we know. There's our space battles up there in the top. The Chimera over there. I brought this up at the beginning of the stream, Ron. I don't know if you saw this, but do you think that's the Razor Crest? Right there?
See, that's again, it could be, and like I said, how amazing would it be for them to fly in and but I think if it is, it's going to come in at the end.
And they wouldn't put it on the poster.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be the Ghost, but it doesn't look like the Ghost. It looks like a Razor Crest. That's the only reason I brought it up. And then there's some people in the middle there. We know Zeb is going to be in this season. We haven't seen anything on the posters or anything for costumes or anything about Zeb, but Dave Filoni has confirmed he's going to be in the second season. So, I'm assuming that this is Shin Hati and Baylan on the right, and then maybe this is Ezra, Jason, and Hera on the left, but they're in two separate galaxies. So I don't know. I do like the vines at the bottom, though, because I know you said we're going to get Night Sisters in live action. We're getting Dathomir in live action, too, which is going to be so cool to see. We've spent so much time with that planet in animation, and now to get to see it in live action is going to be a whole different thing.
Well, and that's my thing too with with Dathomir, as we've talked about, and you mentioned earlier. I mean, we have Marin and we got Cal. That this
Yeah.
is a big, you know, spot for them. I mean, it's a big
Yeah.
storyline. Is Dathomir. So it's interesting. I think that even if we don't get them, I think we could possibly get a mention
Yeah.
of one, if not both. Even if it's just Marin, because she is a sister. It would be interesting to see what they what they talk about with her, and it's also going to be interesting. I think once these Night Sisters two do get resurrected or whatever you want to call it, what you know how are they going to go about killing them off if they're already dead? Is it going to be like the the stormtroopers before we left Peridia, where all of a sudden they slice them down and they get back up again?
Yeah.
So that's going to be the interesting thing with that. And then who are we bringing to fight the Night Sisters on Dathomir? Because there's
Yeah.
obviously hundreds, if not thousands, of them that are going to be brought back to life.
Yeah. I
So-
honestly think that they're not going to be brought back to life. I think they're just being woken up
Okay.
because of that reason. Like, you can't kill somebody who's already dead, And I believe in season 1, Ezra mentions that Thrawn woke up the Great Mothers. So if he woke up the Great Mothers, then I assume that yes, he'll just wake up these people. So a couple things. Brandon, don't worry about it. Manning film, yes, that person is gone forever. And somebody else said, oh, Rex. Do you think Captain Rex could be in this second season? Not flashback, but present day Captain Rex?
That would be fun. And that's the thing. I don't know if I think we might have, maybe you were on when did we talk about it Wednesday, that we haven't seen a lot of Tamara Morrison recently.
No.
He was on, social media
Oh, sorry, Rod.
doing different things,
Yeah.
and now he is nowhere really to be seen. So was he filming? Is he filming, or was he filming? Are we going to see him? Because obviously it would be an older Captain Rex, more of the Rebels Captain Rex, correct?
It would be older, and even in Rebels, he's really old. But now you're talking like 11 years after Rebels, so he's going to be really, really old. Like, he has the accelerated aging. He's going to be ancient.
Yeah. So that would be interesting. I would love to see him, and maybe I hate to keep saying this, but he comes along and maybe he helps out, and that's where he sort of sacrifices himself there. And
Ron,
he
I don't know
comes
what happened to you today. I don't know what's going on with you. Is there something in the water or something? I don't know what's going on. You've killed off more people this stream than I have. What's going on over there? What's going on? I don't know if we keep calling this people getting mic'd or people getting Ron or something. I don't know what's going on. Can we get some good cups full of orders in the chat, please? Ron's killing off everybody here. I don't know. Bum, bum. What's going on? I don't know.
I always, what? I always do that when you do that. So I have to say, bum, bum.
Yeah, it's a great, I don't have enough sound effects going on, so you got to make them sometimes with your mouth, just some imagination. People, close your eyes. You ready? Bum, bum.
I don't know if this will come through.
There you go. There you go. Now, I agree with you. I think Rex, if he does come in Ahsoka season 2, his appearance will be short-lived. Not to kill him off or anything like you did so horribly. Nothing like that. I think he will be so old that they could utilize him in a way where if Thrawn kills him, that's a big deal. If he dies to Thrawn, then it would be a huge heartbreaking death for fans, because Rex is the clone. Like, we've been very sad about clone deaths before. Fives, of course, and Tech and others. 99. Rex is the clone. However he goes out, it's going to be this heartbreaking. Like, the Dave Filoni knows how to make people upset or people emotional by a very smallish character dying off. some of those clones are a lot bigger characters, but in terms of like Anakin Skywalker versus Fives, one's a main character, one's a clone. And he makes you really, really care about that clone and then kills him off. Captain Rex's death is going to be one that will not be forgotten anytime soon, I'm sure. So whenever we see that happen, it will be heartbreaking, I'm sure, but very important too, because whoever kills him is going to be the entire fandom will hate that character forever.
Yeah, and that's it. I think that if that does happen, it would be almost like a sacrifice. But like you just said, that yeah, people would be.
This is dedication.
Yeah, in the movie, it would be they would be pissed off. The characters, but for us, like you said, we're emotionally attached to him. You know, he's gone through so much, and you know, just as we continue to watch things, and you know, Clone Wars and Rebels and even in some of these books, it's just, you know, he's such a cool clone, and he's been with Anakin, he's been through it with Ahsoka, you know, so he's been through it with some of these big main characters that we love, and literally saved their lives.
Yeah,
you know, so at some point, and vice versa with them as well. So, you know, everybody has that emotional attachment. And I think, you know, somebody, if Anakin's there and if, you know, Ahsoka is there with them and that happens, it's going to be interesting, because even the rest of the Rebels crew, as we know, especially Kanan, was not, you know, a big fan of the clones, but, you know, even Sabine and Ezra and Hera they didn't know him as well. They had some time with him, and they grew to understand him and bring him into their, you know, the Ghost crew, but not like Anakin and even Obi-Wan. But Anakin and Ahsoka, I mean, that was their backup for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I feel like Rex being in the show titled Ahsoka makes a lot of sense, if that's his place where he's going to go. Even though Ahsoka's in a different galaxy, it could still be his way to go out in a show called Ahsoka, I suppose. Jordan Rennie with very generous $5 super chat says, while we're waiting, just for fun, who wins, Rada or Zeb? Zeb gets his staff, he says, too. That's really tough. I mean, we got to see Rada. He was the best fighter on Shikari. He clearly was like, he won a ton of fights. He was rolling over people and whatever, but Zeb with his staff, I think I still go Rada, but what do you think, Ron?
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go with Zeb. I think Zeb's, I think that he's still strong enough, as we know, and we see him, you know, just pick some of his, you know, heavy things up. So I think that Rada is just more of a, I guess, a street fighter.
Yeah.
And I think that Zeb's been through a little bit more, especially if you're going to give him his staff. I think that Zeb would end up winning.
I like it. All right, everybody, you got to give us your take in the chat too. Who do you think is going to win that fight? Marvel just started Star Wars is last. I thought they already did Marvel. What? Okay, well, first of all, Marvel's last midnight. So Star Wars is officially last, saving best for last. Making me think we're definitely getting 2 trailers here. But that's crazy. This is awesome. We're getting even better high-res images of the concept art. So you remember that very blurry image we just looked at of Enoch with the Night Sister lightsaber-looking thing? Check this out. Holy crap. This thing is crazy. I need this immediately.
Brandon said 15 minutes for Star Wars, I think. Oh, wow.
This is so cool.
If you go back to Ahsoka in that poster, that hilt almost looks similar to that.
The hilt? What do you mean?
On her lightsaber on the poster.
This? Oh, you're talking about like that going that way, you saying?
Yeah, look at her. Look at her handle. Look at the.
Yeah, kind of. It also might be one of these characters could be Enoch down there too. But this is really crazy. I mean, talk about selling merchandise. I want one of these immediately.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to get, that poster right there.
No, not the poster. I want the saber looking thing. I want this on my wall as a weapon. Also, we get a great look at the Night Sisters behind him. He's sort of going to be like the leader of the Night Sisters. Like, that's going to be sweet. Yeah. That's so cool. I mean, Star Wars is iconic for its weapons, specifically the lightsaber. Blasters are great. Beskar spears, the dark saber, obviously is a lightsaber, but the blade of Enoch. I like the name. I like the sound of that. This is so cool, and you can tell like it's really long because he's gonna have to use two hands on it like this, almost like it's a staff, and he's like hitting you with it. Oh, it's gonna be so great. Enoch, in and of himself, is just a great design. The golden mask. Can't wait to get more of him. And now you add this really cool weapon to his arsenal. Love that. I mean, Ron, you're a collector. Are you putting this on the wall behind you? What's the deal here?
That's well, my thing will be, I want to know, as cool as it looks, I want to know the history of it.
Yeah.
But before I'm gonna, is it something from Dathomir that they pick up, or that he finds, because I think there's going to have to be some history behind it. While we're talking about that, I think you can hopefully see this. I want to know who this is going to be.
Yeah. So I pulled this up earlier. I'm thinking a Great Mother. We did hear about one of the Great Mothers not being able to be in season 2. So I assume that they're going to be involved, just not as much as they were in season 1.
Yeah.
Either way, I do like your idea of getting back to this, that these weapons, specifically, and Chopper, yeah, specifically the bows, but these weapons that the Night Sisters have, they could like pick them up off the ground on Dathomir. We've seen the massacre on Dathomir with General Grievous coming in and the Separatist droids killing all the Night Sisters. Imagine they go up to like these dead Night Sister bodies and pick up the weapons, and like that's how they obtain them. That would be something really, really cool.
They are witches, so I mean, they're definitely going to be able to do something. With those.
Well, we got to see the blade of Talzin, Talzin, in the first season. That was the one that Morgan Elsbeth used at the end of the season. So that's not this, but this could be something similar, I suppose. I like it. It's definitely going to be sold at the Disney parks. I'll give you that much. Right alongside the lightsabers, this will be in the display case. That's something new, and they can start selling bows too, bow and arrows from Star Wars. That'll be great as well. Merchandise.
That'll be fun in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bunch of people getting shot by bow and arrows. Yeah. That won't be a problem, I'm sure. But I mean, they already sell swords. But all right, is Marvel on stage right now? Then is that what we're saying?
Goodness.
Let's see. Somebody posted their Apple Watch with like the beats per minute at 140 and said, "Where's Ahsoka?" Oh, somebody put the season 1 poster side by side with the season 2 poster. Now, granted, this is the season 1 poster after all the episodes had come out because Anakin's on it, of course. But this poster is so cool. I mean, talk about hitting it out of the park with a poster. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, there is no live stream for D23 on Disney Plus. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this right now, because we are going to go through this together. There is no live stream for it, sadly.
We are live right now.
We are live right now doing it
Giving
ourselves.
You what we can.
Yes, we're doing everything we can possibly do to give you the news as quickly as we get it. And that's what we've been doing. Release dates, posters, outfits, more release dates, trailers. We've been doing it all for the last almost 2 hours now. Jordan Reddy with a very generous $5. Hollis says, Mike, that's cool. Enoch looks so cool. Also, Mike, Enoch's going to die.
It could be true.
I don't know. I don't know. Enoch dying, it's possible. If Thrawn's going to take any hits, it would be Enoch dying.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Thrawn's going to win a lot in season 1, but if anybody's going to take the bullet, it would be Enoch. Because I think we'll get some Pelion in there, and I don't think... Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything good yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. We are live. D23 is not live. Exactly. That couldn't have said it better myself. We are here. They are not.
And this is more fun.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. It would be pretty cool to be there.
It would be cool to be there, but we would not be able to, do this.
No.
We'd not be able to actually break it down and talk about the news.
Yeah,
which
people
would
probably have their phones, locked up in a bag, and nobody's able to.
Have you seen the Percy Jackson show on Disney Plus, like the first 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen it. Somebody
like
says
it.
Percy Jackson season 3 trailer was generational. That's what they called it.
That's cool.
It was set to a remix of Everybody Wants to Rule the World. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty cool. So what I'm hearing is, and here's the trailer for Percy Jackson. What I'm hearing is Star Wars is last, and Marvel. Oh, Lilo and Stitch 2 got announced. No surprise there. Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion.
Right.
How about this announcement or this news? This is not confirmed by Lucasfilm, but I've been seeing it now from a couple different places. That Disney is reportedly prioritizing animation over live action for Marvel and Star Wars on Disney Plus. Animated series are able to be fast-tracked and on a smaller budget. What do we think?
Again, for me, I'm good with anything because I feel like Rebels was peak, Clone Wars was peak. You get so much information, so much lore from all of these things coming out. For us to get a Luke Skywalker Jedi Academy, some sort of path, something like that, where you can bring, as much as I would love to see Quinlan Vos in live action, I'd still love to see him in animation too, and give us a little bit more information on some of the stuff that he's maybe some flashbacks with Asajj, but also him sort of running or going through with the path. And yeah, it's cheaper, and you're getting more. I think at this point Disney is also trying to build up their younger audience.
Yeah.
And when you bring more animation in there, you're going to get that younger audience. You're going to get that Saturday morning cartoon population, so to speak.
Yeah.
But they also understand that people like you and I and everybody in this chat are also going to watch that to get the information. And what we saw in Maul, the way that came to life and the artistry that they did there. I mean, how can you complain about animation or cartoons or whatever you want to call it when you have a season of Maul that looks like that? You can't, you really can't complain about that as a story. I think that's almost like a live action show. I mean, that was definitely peak Star Wars, and the critics, the fans, those percentages didn't lie. So for them to bring in animation a little bit more, I'm not hating it.
Yeah, I'm not either. I don't think this means they're going to stop making live action content on Disney Plus at all. We already see them pulling back on it. In 2022, I think it was, we got 3 live action shows from Disney Plus from Star Wars. That'll never happen again. 3 in 1 year? Never. Because first and foremost, we're back in the movie theaters, so we're going to be getting a movie every year. So that already takes away from the live action stuff on Disney Plus. But I think somebody pointed it out in the chat too. I think it was, Nathan. It's smart because you have more time for episodes as well and character development. There's nobody that would argue that Rebels, Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Tales, that those projects aren't like some of the best Star Wars storytelling. And it's because you get so much time with the characters. It's because you have 22, 15, 16 episode seasons, and so much more time to spend with these characters that you fall in love with. And then whenever something happens to them, you have more of an emotional connection to them. When you get a character like Ahsoka, who's now on 7 seasons of Clone Wars, a couple seasons of Rebels, 2 seasons of her own show, like you really have a very, very strong emotional connection to this character. So if she dies in season 2, if she doesn't die, but maybe this is the last time we ever see her and it's sort of an ending, that will feel like, holy crap, what? When that happens, because we've spent so much time with Ahsoka. So I'm not opposed to getting more animated Star Wars content. Sign me up, because we just watched Maul Shadowlord this year. And Maul Shadowlord was so freaking good. So, yeah, I'm definitely not opposed to it. I just think they're going to cut back on the live action shows anyway because of the movies. And we're going to be getting a movie pretty much every single year for the foreseeable future.
Well, in the money,
it's cheaper.
It's almost the same, if not more. Though, well, for animation, yes, but the live action, I mean, look at Andor. The amount of money that they spent on Andor was crazy. But I mean, it was amazing. But yeah, I think you're right. I think they'll slow down a little bit, but I hope not too much, because I'm really hoping with everything that we just saw the past week here with Ewan that we get that Kenobi season 2.
Yeah, that would be really cool, because he's been pushing that for years now. Yeah.
And with all the hype right now that's going on with D23 and the movie and Ahsoka, and for him to be on a movie set for another movie that he just got done filming and it's getting ready to drop and all this, and he's still talking about Star Wars and trying to push it out, and Anne Hathaway is sitting there talking about Star Wars. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that for a push.
No, it does not. All right, well, on stage right now is, I think, Disney Animation, because they just announced, or I guess Disney whatever, because the live action Tangled was just sort of on stage. Also something about Oswald or something. So that's what is on stage right now. Still waiting for Star Wars. Live action Tangled. Oh yeah, I forgot that they have Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel in that. That's pretty cool. Samantha's a very big fan of the Tangled movie, so she's excited for that one. All right. Yeah, we are running out of time here. 12 more minutes on this entire showcase here. Star Wars has got to hop on stage eventually here. But I mean,
is it midnight your time that this ends?
Yes, it's 12 minutes supposedly. So they really are saving best for last. Oh, we didn't even talk about this. Also on September 2nd, along with the release of The Mandalorian and Grogu on Disney Plus and the release of this Lego Mando special thing, we are also getting a podcast. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Podcast for The Mandalorian and Grogu that will debut on Disney Plus on September 2nd. So here's what they're doing. They're putting us out of business, Ron. No, I'm kidding. Right. I'm kidding. But this is the trailer for that. So let's take a look at this. Oh, sorry. Let me start it from the beginning. Let's try that over again.
This is the way.
Hi, I'm Jon Favreau. We are launching the all-new Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu official podcast.
I'm sorry, I can't focus at the moment.
We're going behind the scenes with the cast and crew sharing stories from the set. His helmet's off, so let's have him do something cool. Creative insights.
For me, one of the big things was getting to do the puppet unit.
And a few surprises from across the galaxy.
I think he's earned a little snack.
So that's pretty cool. They're just doing a podcast to sort of coincide with the release of the movie onto Disney Plus, which it's sort of just the gallery episodes that they did for the seasons of the show. They're just doing behind the scenes type stuff. Star Wars is on stage. Don't lie to me. Don't you dare lie to me. They just announced Star Wars Reva.
Incorrect.
Okay.
What are you watching? What do you keep?
No, somebody in the chat just said that. That's why they. I'm just refreshing my Twitter feed.
Okay, that's what I've been doing as well.
Yeah. So Daniel RPK did tweet out, Ahsoka Season 2 should be next. He said this 3 minutes ago. Presented by Rosario Dawson, Dave Filoni, Iman Esfandi, and Hayden Christensen. And also said we might be getting a public trailer. Might. M-I-G-H-T chat. Might. So, yeah.
What's this here? From France. That'll be there tonight.
Tales of Riva. That's pretty funny. Okay. Might not mic'd. Exactly. Tales of Sid?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Don't indulge them, Ron.
I know, right?
But this is the message we were just seeing, again, coming from Daniel RPK. So Ahsoka Season 2 should be next on stage with Rosario, Dave, Iman, and Hayden. If you're walking those 4 people out on stage and you're not showing a trailer, sorry, something is wrong. There must be a trailer coming. Patiently waiting. Have we not been patiently waiting for 2 hours and 6 minutes, chat? I mean, we did talk about an insane amount of news, concept art, posters, release dates. I mean, if we haven't already gotten enough news, let's cap off the night with a freaking trailer, shall we?
This is so cool.
Oh, yeah. It is very cool. But it makes me think that, Anakin only owns one winter coat, and that's kind of embarrassing. Not going to lie.
He only gets one with the Jedi uniforms.
Yeah, I mean, they only wear one robe all the time. Might as well only wear one winter jacket, too. Yeah.
Everybody keeps showing that poster, which is pretty epic.
The poster is unbelievable. Obviously, I really, really want to get a trailer. But the fact that we haven't even had Star Wars on stage yet, and we have a poster, a release date, and, well, a trailer for something completely different, but a trailer for the Lego thing, release date for The Mandalorian and Grogu, a new Anakin outfit, a new Ahsoka outfit, confirmation of flashback sequences, all before we even got on stage yet, is wild. Absolutely insane. Not at all what I thought would be happening today, and yet here we are.
Well, and that's my thing too. With all of these people here, you have, Rosario, Hayden coming out and Dave, but yeah, we saw Sean Levy there, which obviously makes sense, but we haven't seen anybody else from Starfighter yet. And maybe they're keeping it quiet, to make some big announcement or big teaser trailer, or maybe we're not going to get maybe we'll get a little bit here and there, but maybe they're going to focus on Ahsoka and give us a trailer and bring the 4 of them out to talk about this. So that could be a cool thing as well.
I would not be opposed to getting only one or the other, whether it's Ahsoka Season 2 or Starfighter. I can't sit here and complain that we're getting a Star Wars trailer on August 14th, in a random August on a Friday night. I cannot sit here and complain about that. My fanboy dream is we get both. But as I said earlier, I would prefer, I think a Starfighter trailer is more needed at this point for that movie. Ahsoka Season 2, although I've been waiting patiently for over 3 years now, it's not necessarily what I need. It's 5 a.m. where you are? Holy crap, that's insane.
That's usually what time I get up.
Ron's staying up late for us, chat.
I am.
Ron's doing it just for us. Just for you guys. Ron might fall asleep on stream, okay?
No, not with Star Wars. At least not for another 6 minutes.
At least. What if they run long, Ron? Are you gonna just fall asleep?
Honestly, I think they are. I think if we haven't gotten anything from Star Wars yet, they're definitely running late.
Maybe it's just delayed, honestly, like the announcement stuff. It hits the stage at first, and then it gets sent our way afterwards.
That means it's 9 o'clock. Coffee for Ron. That means it's 9 o'clock in LA, correct?
It's 8:55. Yeah.
Yeah. Which it could go till 9.
There you go. Put on get a pot of coffee, you know?
This is pretty awesome too. Look at that.
Yeah, Baby Rada.
Yeah.
That is great. Imagine if a scheduled Starfighter or Ahsoka Season 2 trailer doesn't correspond with the slight delay of D23's runtime right now, and the trailer drops online first. That would be nice. That's what somebody said online, because D23 is slightly behind. If they have it scheduled to post at a specific time on YouTube, then the trailer might come out before the people at D23 even see it, which would be wild. Which means that the trailer could be scheduled to come out in 4 minutes. I don't know. I feel like they would just post it as they were showing it there, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know I don't know if it was Brandon Baker, if it was Clan Brandalorian. It says it looks like I'm drunk. Honestly, I do not drink. So I'm not drunk. I'm a little sleepy.
We're all a little sleepy, Ron. Just dump a cup of water on your head.
That's right. I go down and jump in my ice bath and come back up.
Who wants to see Ron dump a cup of water on his
head? Sorry, guys. I got to go. See you on Tuesday, Mike.
That's all from Ron today. Still nothing. The countdown continues.
That's crazy. Yeah, I definitely think they're running late.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Because they're not just going to come out, show a trailer, and walk off stage.
No. Definitely not. They're going to spend their time up there. Yeah. Interesting. So Sabine's armor has changed quite a bit since season 1. If we're looking at the good cups follow orders, Ron, you got to do it. So says the super chat from Jordan. There you go. All right. So this is Sabine season 1 versus season 2. A lot brighter colors. Even like the shin pads are different and all this other stuff. The gun looks different too. Just brighter colors in general.
Do we know what the time frame is?
Oh, like if there's a time jump in between seasons?
Yeah. Or just what, is this a couple months? Is this a year? Is this 5 years? It'll be interesting to see where that falls.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be years, but it could be a couple months, which a lot can happen in a couple months.
Yeah.
Marvel is on stage now. Well, you've said that Star Wars was on stage like 20 times now. I don't know who to believe at this point. Oh, Clan Brandalorian says Marvel is confirmed on stage. Okay, then now I believe it.
We're definitely running late then.
Oh, for sure. They're not going to finish Marvel and Star Wars in 2 minutes.
No.
But that's okay. We've been patiently waiting this long. We can patiently wait a couple more minutes.
Absolutely.
That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. Kevin Feige's on stage right now with Marvel. All right. I like the sound of that.
Well, like you said, hopefully it won't be too long because they sort of had their run at San Diego.
Someone said Star Wars is confirmed to be last. This is going to be so good. Yeah, I mean, confirming that they're last does make you think that they're gonna, I am here. Everything I said was right. You told me like 20 minutes ago that Star Wars was on stage. You straight up lied to us 20 minutes ago. Live. Caught in 4K. But yeah, Star Wars being last definitely means they're doing something big. We've gotten trailers for a lot of this stuff. Percy Jackson season 3 got a trailer. You're talking some pretty big announcements here. If they're saving Star Wars for last, there's got to be some pretty big stuff. Fives Walker just tweeted, I'm stressed. I need Ahsoka. Yeah.
What do you think? Do we know is for Disney, is Marvel bigger than Star Wars, so to speak?
Like,
I guess I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe not
I'd
money
say
wise.
Merchandising is Star Wars for sure.
Okay.
Movie wise, over the last 15, 20 years, it's been Marvel. Marvel has definitely been Disney's biggest property when it comes to movies since 2012. When did they acquire Marvel? 2008, 9, 10, somewhere around there. So since the MCU has sort of kicked off, they've had a ton of money made in theaters. So, and Star Wars has barely been in theaters. When they were, they made a lot of money, but still not the case. Marvel trailer? Ooh, what's the Marvel trailer?
Jedi Order 17. We're just going off of what we can see on like Twitter and some other. He asked, how we're not, if there's no live stream, how are we finding out about this? There's people there that are streaming this stuff. It's funny,
Yeah.
something else just popped up and says, look for a possible announcement of 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen tonight.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I would be absolutely shocked if that was to happen tonight. Your main focus is going to be Ahsoka Season 2 and Starfighter. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep. Huh. Yeah, so this, again, says Sabine's pauldron on her shoulder appears to be made of cloth in the second season. What happened to her Beskar pauldron? What happened to her Beskar equipment? Oh, there goes Ron. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, nope, didn't mean to click on that. Oh, Vision Quest. Vision Quest trailer just dropped. So Vision Quest is the next Marvel show. It comes out October 20th. And it's, I don't really know what it's going to be about. I haven't watched the trailer yet, but White Vision leaves at the end of WandaVision. And we don't really see him since. That was 5-6 years ago. And Ultron is supposed to be in Vision Quest. So Ultron is back. What am I watching?
He getting his own movie?
Should we watch this trailer? What do we think, Chad? Should we just watch Vision Quest's trailer? I mean, why not, right? While we're here, it looks pretty good. Let's watch it. This is a Star Wars stream, but we can spend 2 minutes watching a Marvel trailer.
Working here. I remember when you'd come in all the time with that redhead.
I was a different person back then.
How about now? Anyone waiting for you tonight?
No. Home is just me.
It's like I'm losing my mind.
Who am I? I was an Avenger, but I'm not a hero anymore. I have his face, but not his virtue. All I have is his name.
Welcome home, Vision.
This house is getting crowded, Vision. Ultron! Human avatars only.
Sir, I cannot overstate the dangers of keeping him around.
Yes, but he is a... Dad? Papa? Peepaw. I'm a stranger to myself. That family wasn't real. You sure about that?
I had a father, a machine called Vision.
Muzzle tough. It's a boy. How is this possible? Free your soul and save your son. I wish to understand my purpose.
With a genocidal maniac inside your head.
Nothing bonds a family together quite like mortal jeopardy.
Okay. That was kind of crazy. I'm confused just watching that. It's very WandaVision-esque, that's for sure. Like, it's not real. None of that was real. It was all in his head, seemingly. But I love James Spader. Him back as Ultron is great. It looks interesting. I don't know.
He's such a great actor.
Oh, yeah.
James.
Yeah, he's great. But that was a trip for sure. I don't know what the hell was going on in that trailer. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. But it looks fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll sort of straighten itself out.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, having Ultron back is great, and then
Yeah.
I mean, Vision is a great character too. And it said finishing off the trilogy, obviously WandaVision being first, then Agatha all along. Apparently there was a Tangled trailer shown too. They must be really running behind. It's 12:06 now.
Yeah.
We're keeping Ron up way too late right now. I started this live stream early because I thought we'd have to talk about all that crazy stuff first and not have enough time to do so. And yet here we are still waiting. I'm still glad we started early though, because we had to talk about all that crazy stuff. And
with all the new stuff that has popped off, which is going to be pretty cool. And after tonight, there's going to be so much more that we're going to get to talk about and have to predict.
Oh yeah, I mean, whatever information we come out of tonight with is going to be the topic of conversation for a long, long time. I mean, until January 20th, I'm sure. We'll have some other stuff, but yeah. Somehow Dryden Voss has returned. Yes, he's in the new Marvel show, Dryden Voss from Solo, A Star Wars Story. It is a good sign that Star Wars is last. It is. It is a good time for sure. A good sign, sorry, for sure. But I don't really know what to expect here. That's a pretty cool poster. Sort of Vision and Ultron right there with the going through. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. No way, a Doomsday trailer? Doomsday trailer just dropped? Now that I can get behind. If they're dropping a Vision Quest and a Doomsday trailer, and they're still having Star Wars go last, we could
be getting 2 trailers tonight.
Kevin Feige was on stage. I'm not seeing this Doomsday trailer. Oh, here it is.
Teaser trailer, Star Wars. The Doomsday.
Holy crap. We got to watch this. Even if you're not a Marvel fan, put on your bootstraps. Holy crap.
Let's do it.
Doom on his throne. I don't even have to press play. This is Doom on his throne. Holy shit. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Victor was always the smartest guy in every room. He used to be different. He used to be kind. He used to be caring. And then everything he loved was taken from him. I knew he was lost, but I did not realize that he was broken.
Victor, did you do this?
All of you have lived stolen lives. But now you must give them back.
Answer me, Victor! Did you do this?
I swear, you will beg for hell long before I grant it. Hell answers to me. For I am Doom.
Holy crap. What? Ron? Are you still with us, Ron?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I'm so excited for this stuff.
That was wild. Hell answers to me. Are you kidding me? Look at that. What is going on right there? Holy crap.
Being on my end here, I can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear this trailer?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's devastating. I'm sorry about that.
Right.
I'll tell you, it's really peak.
Well, watch. I mean, right there. I mean, just with Magneto, as old as he is.
I know, crying. That's brutal.
Crazy. Scott Summers.
Completely destroyed New York.
Yeah.
Wild.
That makes me feel a little bit better though too. If they're gonna drop Vision, so is Vision Quest?
It's a show, yeah.
It's a show, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. We can get Ahsoka and we can get a new movie with Starfighter. We can get both trailers.
We can do it. We can do it. That was insane. So that was the trailer that was actually shown at to the people in attendance at San Diego Comic-Con. That was not released publicly, and now it's released publicly. So that is wild. That's really, really good. Holy crap. I'm so excited for that one. And Star Wars is after Marvel. So if Marvel just did their Avengers Doomsday, I'm assuming that's their last thing, and it's Star Wars time. It's Star Wars time. So as weird and confusing as that Vision Quest trailer was, that Doomsday one was insane. So I'm hoping for... Oh, wow. They just... Christopher Abbott has been cast as Charles Xavier. I don't even know who that is. This guy just got cast as Charles. I don't know who this is. I have no idea. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Got to get rid of that mustache and shave his head.
Someone just said Adam Driver is Magneto. Is that confirmed? Is Adam Driver Magneto? Because that would be insane. Don't pull on my heartstrings like that.
That would be crazy.
Adam Driver going from Kylo Ren to Magneto would be awesome.
That would be insane.
Let's see. Oh, wow. The girl from Obsession just got cast as Rogue. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, this girl right here. She got cast as Rogue. This guy's Magneto. This kid is Cyclops.
Okay.
Whoa. I'm not seeing the Adam Driver one. Oh, there goes Ron. I keep pressing that stupid button.
I gotta shut my mouth when I look up.
Star Wars is on stage. You guys have said this 1,000 times. I don't believe you.
I will say y'all are freaking awesome fans and awesome followers because there's a ton of people on here right now, and it's really cool that everybody is here to spend time with us and share, their thoughts about Star Wars and what they think and be here to share this moment with us because this is going to be insane. This is going down in history right now, especially as a Star Wars fan. All the stuff that's going to come out tonight in the next couple of years here.
Ron mentioned it earlier, but I went on vacation yesterday, and I'm supposed to be on vacation until Wednesday, but I'm back, of course. I'm no longer on vacation because of this, because I literally left we up in Maine, and I left, and Samantha was like, have fun. I was like, I might be going home to one of the most historic live streams we ever have because we might be getting 2 trailers tonight. We might be getting insanity. And that was even before I knew about the poster, before I knew about the release date. Like, I didn't even know we were going to get all this crazy stuff. So here we are. This is a historic stream, 100%. Ron being here is fantastic. Could not thank you enough. All of you guys being here is amazing. And we are about to get Star Wars on stage right now. I promise you. I know we've been waiting 2 hours and 30 minutes, but I promise you'll be right here. Oh, he's getting cast. Adam Driver's going to be cast as Mr. Sinister. That was not Magneto. Lucasfilm is on stage. Here we go.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, it's time for Lucasfilm. This is what the stage looks like right about now, and Dave Filoni has walked out on stage. Here we go, chat. What we've all been waiting for.
This is where the fun begins.
I mean, the fun began a while ago, but here we are. Here we are indeed. They're already announcing
this together.
I know we all get to go through this together. They're already announcing the second season of Harry Potter before the first season even comes out. All right. Oh, Adam Driver sent in a video of himself announcing himself as Mr. Sinister. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool. All right, give us a trailer. Give us a trailer, Dave. This is it. They just got... The Marvel fans just got Vision Quest and Doomsday. It's our turn. It's our turn. Imagine we don't get anything, Ron.
What do we got here? What is this?
Well, now I feel bad. Ron's not going to be able to hear the audio if we get a trailer.
That's all right. Actually, I might mute this and listen on my phone here.
What do you got? Ba, 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 ba.
Ba, ba.
Oh, they did cast Storm too. Oh, and Emma Frost. And Adam Driver.
Ezra. Come on, let's see this stuff drop.
The patience has become impatience.
Oh, yeah. Robert Downey Jr., Haley Atwell, and Chris Evans were there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They keep dropping all these mod ones, continuing with him and the lightsaber from earlier.
All right. The moment of truth, chat.
Trailers
out, trailers out, trailers out. Where? Don't bamboozle me like this. Going straight to their YouTube channel.
Oh, wait, what's this? There's Dave.
Ahsoka Season 2 trailers out. All right, here we go. Here we go. Holy, wait, what? This is not. No. Ron, get the volume on. Figure out the volume, Ron. Anakin. Here we go. All right, here we go. Wait. It's starting with Clone Wars flashbacks. The opening scene. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Ron, please tell me you got the volume to work on that.
I did. I did.
Holy crap.
That's freaking awesome.
Are you kidding me?
All right, how hyped is everybody freaking now?
I thought that when I refreshed the Star Wars YouTube channel and I saw that the trailer was there, I thought it was a fan-made thing because I saw the young Anakin and Ahsoka jumping through the forest. Who was that? We got to go back and watch that again. Was that supposed to be somebody? XR Kunt? Is that supposed to be? No.
Really?
No. We're going back. We're going back. Let's go speed run this. Oh my God.
Right.
That is so freaking cool.
Who is that?
I mean, it looks like XR Kun a little bit there. I'm not gonna lie. That's insane. The lightsaber design is phenomenal. Let's keep going. Isn't real. There's no way. Let's dissect this a little bit because there's so much going on. Opening frame right here. I'm gonna mute it just so we're not dealing with the. I'll keep the audio on a little bit. So opening scene here is Dathomir. Big old fight sequence on the red planet. And you can tell these U-wings coming in. And this is a big fight. New Republic on one side, I guess Remnant of the Empire on the other. And then it goes straight to this flashback. Bunch of dead clones on the ground, Anakin, young Ahsoka in the woods. This is so Force Unleashed 2, it's insane. When Starkiller's in the woods with the snow coming down, Vader's walking through and he evaporates, or pretty much eviscerates, whatever word you want to call it, all the clones around him. That's this scene. That's what this reminds me of. I mean, I got to know who this is. Are they going to go with... Because you're talking about... This is Clone Wars. This is Clone Wars era. This is Anakin and Ahsoka still working together.
Mm-hmm. So is it a flashback?
And then, like, fighting alongside of each other. What is this for? Like, why? What's the purpose of this? Gosling's on stage right now? Oh, my God. You give us a second to break this down a little bit.
I know, right?
Give us a minute.
This is freaking out.
Anakin says, I'm always walking by your side.
Mm-hmm.
He says, citizens of the glorious empire. Look at his fleet. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that the...
explaining to do?
This is the senator that says no to everything. This is Ziono.
So
this is the guy who is always saying no.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Yep.
And you see one of them die right there. Like, he's just using them as
yeah.
cannon fodder.
I was going to say, yeah.
Oh, my God. They just announced... Oh, hang on. Ryan Gosling's name is Cade Oberon? Hang on. We're coming back to this trailer in 2 seconds. Wait. We'll come back to that in a sec. We're getting some Starfighter news as we speak. Okay. So, a world exclusive first look at Starfighter is shown at D23. Ryan Gosling flies a decommissioned Imperial Starfighter, the fastest ever built. He and Flynn Gray's characters are on a boat traveling through an ocean with a massive column of water reaching into the clouds. What? Oh, columns of water. Look at that right there. That's crazy.
Pretty cool.
And it looks amazing and quintessential Star Wars. Do we get to see it? Do we get to see that? Lucasfilm's next feature is coming. The Starfighter by director Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling comes May 28th, 2027. And that's a very Starfighter looking poster right there. Are they going to post the trailer or not? We might not get it publicly. Oh, yeah. So
same team, different uniform. You want to swap? Let's go for the upgrade.
Walking on stage.
And this jacket, we got you this new jacket. Take this one. On this jacket is the symbol of your character in Starfighter, Cade Oberon.
Cade Obra? Is that what you said? It's an upside down rebel symbol with, like, it's a skull, though, or it looks like a skull.
Yeah.
Hang on, what did he say?
Symbol of your character in Starfighter, Cade Oberon.
Cade Obra. So it is Cade. Oh, just got rid of Ron by accident. It is Cade but Cade Oberon. So Cade Oberon, and it's not with a C, it's with a K, but that symbol is like the skull and bones, but with the rebels. So he's an Imperial. He's an ex-Imperial.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gathering from this.
Yep.
So no trailer is also what I'm gathering from this. Oh, the poster is official though from for Ahsoka right here.
Oh, okay.
So this is the one we were looking at before. That's no real surprise. And this was the trailer we just watched. Rosario Dawson came out on stage. Iman Esfandi, Hayden Christensen, Dave Filoni.
Hello, Mr. President. What's up, D23? I cannot wait for you to see what's next for Ahsoka. The season is massive. The stakes are higher, the battles are bigger, and the threat of Thrawn looms large for Ahsoka, her crew, and the entire galaxy. Speaking of my crew, D23, I brought a couple friends. Is that okay if we welcome Iman Esfandi and Hayden Christensen?
That's so awesome.
This is such a cool.
Oh, that's all we get. Dang it! All right, okay. Well, that's really cool. The 4 of them, I guess, on stage.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Are you kidding me? All right, so no Starfighter trailer is what I'm gathering from this. Let's refresh one more time and make sure. Oh no, that's Ahsoka. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no Starfighter trailer, which that's okay. I think the Starfighter trailer will come out next month because that's when the Mandalorian trailer came out. Also, not stacking the 2 trailers up on top of each other. When Ahsoka's trailer was that good, honestly, you would only be hurting one trailer over another if you release both of them at the same time. Having said that, let's go back to the Ahsoka trailer because holy shit. Well, before we do, I guess let's spend our time with Starfighter because Ahsoka season 2 clearly won this battle. We did get a name for Ryan Gosling's character, Cade, which was true. The leaks were true. Cade Oberon, which is cool. Not a Skywalker, not a Palpatine, not a Solo, not a Organa. Just a new character. His logo being this skull and bones thing, but it is the rebel symbol upside down, and he's flying around in an ex-Imperial starfighter. Like, is he a pirate? Is he an ex-Imperial? Is he a bad guy? Like, what is going on? What is that going? What's going on with that?
I think he's, my opinion is he's something similar to Finn, that he, or even Han, when he joined, hey, I'm going to go get a job. I'm going to do this. I'm going to work for this side, but then find out, okay, the First Order and the Empire, they all suck. So I'm going to, backtrack a little bit. So I wonder if Ryan, he's like, okay, cool. I'm a pilot. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to kick ass, take names. And, oh, wait a minute. Now the people that I'm working for are bad people. So I have a little bit of regret, or, similar to when Kylo says, to destroy the village, and Finn's like, yeah, I can't pull the trigger on this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what I agree. I agree with that too. Somebody just said, check my tags, but I'm not seeing anything. Oh,
I'm not pulling anything.
Oh, we got the trailer. Oh my God. Here we go. Starfighter trailer. Let's go. All right. So this is leaked, of course. So take that with how you will. Ron, get your volume up. Let's watch this. Starts out with Flynn Gray looking awesome. All right. Let's do this. Oh, Ron, I can hear myself. Could you just mute yourself real quick?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's do this. It's just 1 minute.
Right. Didn't I tell you not to touch anything? What kind of starfighter is this? It's a decommissioned G-17 Imperial Reaper. Fastest starfighter ever built. Never heard of it. There's a reason for that.
Huh. Okay. Not at all what I expected. In the slightest, actually. That's no lightsabers, contrary to popular belief on those leaks fronts. And it's just Ryan and the kid right here. No other characters. I kind of like it. And it's all about his Starfighter, the actual ship itself.
Which is obviously going to have a lot to do with this movie.
Got the Imperial sign right there. It is an ex-Imperial ship. Not too sure what's going on there. Them jetting across the water with these columns of water going up in the air. That's something crazy we've never seen before. Giant columns of water going straight up in the air. Very cool new droid right there. Like in the design already. Pretty cool. That looks like the Mantis a little bit, but I'm sure it's not. This looks like Narkina 5, but again, I'm sure it's not. A little Indiana Jones type action going on right there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then there's the Starfighter in all its glory. Does not give us a lot of information. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Does not give us much of anything. However, nothing there at the end either. So really giving us nothing. Who these villains are that are shooting at them. Let's try and take a closer look here. Where? Oh, I passed them already. Where is this at? That's a crazy shot. Who is this guy? All right. Where is the shot of them getting shot at? Oh, there it is. Who are those people? We're 5 years after the sequel, so like the First Order's gone. Who is shooting at them? I don't know. Not a lot of plot. Not a lot of plot at all for Starfighter right here. Very strange. But yeah, I mean, it's a trailer nonetheless. It's seeing our first glimpse at this movie. Flynn Gray looks great. Ryan Gosling obviously looks great. Not a lot of plot at all. They're really focusing in on just these two and the Starfighter. That's about it.
Yeah.
It is a teaser. It's a tease.
Right. And you're showing your main character, which is Ryan Gosling. So that's what people want to see right now.
Exactly. Someone said, anyway, now go back to Ahsoka. Let's do it. Sorry, Ron. Okay, let's get back to Ahsoka. Let's get back to the reason we're all here today. So, where were we? Great look at Dathomir right here. Escape pod going towards it. I think this is going to be the, from what we've seen from the leaks, Hera, Ezra, Chopper, and maybe Jason too. They're going to be jettisoned down to the surface, and that's kind of, they're going to need a rescue mission, and that's where I think Zeb comes in, but as Ahsoka says, I had a vision. We get to see the Great Mothers there. All three of them, by the way. Keep that in mind. Enoch with his staff that is not lit up yet. A Night Sister and then a bunch of stormtroopers there. Sabine in a whole new look. New hair color. New armor stuff. New everything. Like Sabine has a full makeover on Peridia pretty much.
Pretty much.
Ahsoka says she sees war. And we get some pretty sick. Oh, what? Go ahead.
It's just the time.
Yeah.
You know, because she has a whole different. I mean, she didn't go to the bathroom and color her hair.
No.
You know?
Yeah, no. I'm assuming it's going to be a couple weeks, if not a couple months, in between seasons. You got the Eye of Sion still in commission right here, which it could be important as to getting Sabine back to the main galaxy. You got B-Wings in action, which is great.
That's cool, yeah.
We were talking about, big old space fights. Look at all of this. You got Star Destroyers here. You got Rebel ships here. Crazy, gigantic space battles.
Yeah. That's going to be fun to decipher right there.
What is all of this? That's a great question. It looks like some sort of temple, and they're about to open this door, the two of them.
Yeah, together.
Like, what is this?
And it does look, it is very Mortis, with Ezra and the circles, and yeah.
Yeah. Max with a very generous $5 haul says this was only planned for the people who were at D23, but somehow it leaked on X. Oh, the Starfighter trailer. Yes, the Starfighter trailer was the one that was not supposed to be shown to us, but we watched it anyway. The Ahsoka one is released publicly on YouTube, so that one is supposed to be there. The other one is not. But getting back to it, we get our first look at Baylan Skoll. Now, they don't really give us a good look at him. Again, a theory I had that they will kind of allude to him not being in much of the season because Ray Stevenson sadly passing away, and they don't. They're gonna have to explain somehow why he looks different. Jordan Reddy with a very generous $5 haul says staying up till 5:40 a.m. was a great to watch. That Starfighter was a terrific life decision. It was a great life decision. This almost 3-hour live stream that we're on right now is a great life decision. The fact that I'm going to make a full-on breakdown video of this Ahsoka Season 2 trailer for the next probably 5 or 6 hours and not sleep tonight is a great life decision. We're making great life decisions today. Yeah, that's what we're doing. But Baylan Skoll, yeah. Were you going to say something, Ron?
No, this is just amazing. I'm so excited to do the same thing, just sort of go through just frame by frame and start to pick things, apart in a good way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The space battles and seeing what's going on and what ship is where and just and man, that beginning scene, I just really want to know who that is.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a Clone Wars like that. That's Baylan, isn't it?
Yep, Baylan right there with Shin in this snowstorm. So, and Anakin saying that he has this knowledge of some power. We're getting like full on Anakin Force Ghost talking to Ahsoka like that. We can't gloss over that real quick. Like, this is crazy. So this is Shin calling out to Baylan, saying "Master" here. Almost like she's just following him, I guess. She's at a loss for what she's supposed to do.
Yeah, they're getting into the things there.
He looks pissed at her. Pulling out the lightsaber, he looks like he's screaming. And that's geared towards Shin. Shin looks terrified. What is happening there? What is this room? This room is crazy. Ahsoka does some weird thing with the Force, and these lights show up. I think they might be inside one of those giant droids. This might be the eyeballs of one of those giant mech droids.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
So they might be activating them by accident or on purpose. That might be what we're looking at here. Because those are clearly eyeballs.
And see all the writing on the floor as well. The circles and the paths.
Back to our space stuff here. Chopper, of course. Zeb. Seeing Zeb in the trailer is cool. Him and Ezra getting back together. Ezra in an A-Wing is cool.
Mm-hmm.
He's going around in the A-Wing. A long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi. We get an incredible look at Anakin right here. That's so cool. You can see his lightsaber. He looks kind of beat up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ahsoka looking badass. Ariana Greenblatt back. And then we're back to Dathomir. Look at this shot. Holy War of Battle of Dathomir. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Ezra going out with the... Are you kidding me? What are those? What the hell? Oh, these are the flying droid things. These are the flying droids that we saw in the concept art of I'll show you. Yeah. So this was the concept art image we got of Sabine fighting one of these droids that was flying at her. Let me see. Yeah, right here. This. So this concept art image right here, that is these dudes. They have wings on the side, and they're these droid-like creatures. Ahsoka and Sabine are almost back-to-back right here. What?
That's exactly what that is. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 of them.
One behind them there, yeah.
Yeah. Holy crap. Every frame of this freaking trailer is so good. All right. So Ezra with this new formed lightsaber versus Enoch in this crazy new blade on Dathomir. Look at how great Dathomir looks, these huge vine things.
Yeah, see how the green in it? It's definitely a Night Sister blade.
Night Sister magic flame, yeah. But it goes up against the lightsaber. That's so cool.
Look at Dathomir right there. That's freaking
It looks
awesome.
so great. Look at this. Where are they? Shin on top of one of the dog-looking creatures.
And she does go after Hu Yang.
Yep. And Hu Yang going General Grievous right here. Love the yellow lightsabers. Yellow. So oh my god, it looks like the bandits are killing all the Noti. Can't do that. But you got
oh shit, yeah.
Hu Yang versus did not mean to press that. My bad. Versus Shin. That'll be cool. And then this is the same location, as you can tell, the little things behind him. Towers behind him. So it's almost like Shin's a couple steps behind, maybe. Unless Balin sent her after her. Another great shot on Dathomir of these two fighting. It's going to be epic. Oh my, giant droid. That's creepy looking. Looks like the freaking Terminator over here.
Sabine with her flamethrower.
Yeah, I don't know if that flamethrower is doing anything to this creepy dude. Oh, wait, let me go back. Look at that thing. Looks out of a horror movie or something. It's got a giant sword, too. Then we got some TIE fighters going through. Look at that. Talk about a loss. These are rebel ships. Completely split in half, destroyed. Oh my god, that's completely destroyed right there, too. Thrawn getting some wins under his belt, as predicted.
Oh, yeah.
Continue. Oh, there's the Ghost. Ghost taking out a TIE fighter. There it is. Are you a Jedi or are you not? Oh, the Ghost coming in, flying in on the Chimera with the Eye of Sion over the planet of Dathomir. This is just too much for my brain to handle right now, Ron. I don't know about you. This is crazy.
Awesome. I want to know, everybody in the chat, what is your hype level now after seeing this?
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your hype level at for Ahsoka Season 2? This is Ahsoka and Sabine inside of that same creature-looking thing versus these droids with swords. Again, swords that can withstand a lightsaber. Keep that in mind. As you're seeing some clashing going on there. So some Night Sister magic. Sabine going sliding tactic. Nice. Gotta love that. And then Ahsoka logo over the planet of Dathomir. Of course, because why not? Yeah, so we won.
Yeah.
Star Wars fans have won. As of August 14th, we have won the day. Release date for Ahsoka Season 2, trailer for Ahsoka Season 2, release date for The Mandalorian and Grogu, a new trailer for the Lego Mando thing, a new trailer for Starfighter, Ryan Gosling's character's name. We did it. We did it. That's all I got to say.
It was a great Star Wars day for sure.
Incredible. Over 3 hour stream. Over 3 hour stream. First time maybe ever. I don't even know if we've ever done that before. One of the longest, if not the longest, streams in channel history. Let's watch it one more time. We got to watch it one more time before we get out of here. And then I got to go make a breakdown video. Break down all this stuff. Oh, wait. Before we actually do this, before we watch through it one more time, I just want to see on Twitter reactions. You know, I want to see what people are saying. Oh my God, these Starfighter videos are being taken down. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sure.
It wasn't us, Disney. All right. Okay. So, still not seeing anything about that character. That's the biggest thing, is who the hell is that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be Exar Kun. So, it looks like him, but then again, so Exar Kun has a blue lightsaber, I suppose. So that would be different. But he has the double-bladed one. Let's see.
I don't know if I'm familiar with him.
So,
is he a Legends?
Yeah, he's from Legends. That character does look a lot like the trail. Let's see.
Yeah. Is he a Sith?
This is so cool. It could be him. If it is, it's a canon version and it's probably going to be a little bit different, but it still looks like him, at least. The lightsaber design is similar. It is pretty similar. Okay, so Exar Kun, we'll do a little. Oh, sorry, Ron. My bad. We'll do a little recap for Ron. Ooh, there is a canon section for Exar Kun. The more you know. So I guess we'll start with the canon section because that's why we're here. Exar Kun was a Dark Lord of the Sith who flourished thousands of years before Darth Sidious. In Legends, I thought he was way closer, though. Well, I guess this gets rid of all of this, then. If this is the canon story of Exar Kun, it's not him. Yeah. This is the canon. He was born 4000 BBY, so it's not him.
He looks really good for 4,000 years old.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. So in Legends, I guess technically in Legends he's the same age. Because in Legends he dies 11 ABY and he's born almost 4,000 BBY. So I guess technically they could pull it off, but to have a character that lives that long to just appears in the Clone Wars era and not tell us about it would be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It also doesn't make any sense, like, why would they be showing this fight in the first place? It looks so much like him. Okay, but either way, what is the purpose of this flashback? I guess that's more of the question. All right, let's watch it one more time. One more time and then we'll get out of here. Okay, a couple things I caught that time. Every watch you catch something different. A couple things I caught was the dialogue. So Ahsoka's saying she's having these visions of a war that's not going to end well. And then Anakin is telling her that Baylan Skoll claims to have found this power that will end wars. So is Ahsoka going to go find this power before Baylan to try and stop Thrawn?
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
Is she going to go try and wield the harness the power that Baylan Skoll is looking for herself to try and stop Grand Admiral Thrawn? That would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a twist.
Yeah, it would. And the other thing I noticed, there's a lot of Thrawn stuff. So Thrawn...
Yeah.
Citizens of the glorious empire,
First of all, looks awesome.
I have returned.
Jordan with the very generous $2 haul says, Mike, is she a Jedi or not? I would say not, but we'll see.
I took an oath to protect the empire.
Who are they hiding behind Senator Ziono?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. It's a female.
It's a girl. She might just be another New Republic officer, actually. But Iman looks great.
Protect the empire. I therefore declare
this. Right off to the right, behind Ron's head, is the Yus Salamari that we see in Rebels. But Yus Salamari in Legends are the creatures that can repel the Force and sit on his shoulder and allow him to be able to fight against Force users because they make this sort of bubble of, you can't use the Force on me because of these creatures. And there they are, sitting right to the right of him. They're statues, of course, of the creatures, but the existence of their creatures means Thrawn knows of their existence if he has statues of the creatures, are sitting right there by his side. That's crazy. Also, on the left side, you have a Sith Lord version of C-3PO and some other artifacts back there, too. Not quite sure what they are.
If he shows up with one of those on his shoulder,
oh my God, imagine.
That'll blow my mind. That'll be so cool.
That would be incredible. Imagine like Ezra's like, I got you now. And he's like, no, you don't. I got this little creature thing that's on my side. Look at him in his throne. We just watched Doom in his throne.
That's so cool.
Now we got Thrawn in his throne. Just coming out of hyperspace.
I therefore declare war.
you got these little tiny little, you know, Moff Gideon cruisers here. Like this is the big dog. As he says, I now declare war on the rebels. Like not the New Republic, the rebels, because he's just that guy. Imagine you're the New Republic. And you're like, Thrawn might be, Hera goes, Thrawn might be coming back. And you're like, nah, you're crazy. He comes back, says, I declare war on you, and then unleashes his army of Night Sisters on all over you. Like, what?
That Senator, he's eating crow because I was wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, right. This girl is dying, and she looks to be in a lot of pain. Yeah. But
that nice.
She kind of
so cool.
She's like disappearing though, almost turning into smoke like Marok. So I think the escape pod is going to be our heroes, Hera and Ezra, as they're going to get ambushed. Like I think this right here is what I kind of think's going on here is this jump out of hyperspace is very unexpected. And this is Hera looking at that ship, the 3 ships that just came out of hyperspace and going, holy crap, what have we done? Because she is bringing Xiono, who's standing right next to him, with Ezra to Dathomir to prove that Thrawn is back. That's what this entire thing looks to be happening right here. Because Xiono's like, Thrawn's not coming back. Ezra's here. He's not enough proof. Let's go to Dathomir ourselves, and I'll show you that Thrawn is back. That's why he is with them. That's sort of what I'm gathering here. That's why he's with them. So they get there, and the Chimera comes out of hyperspace. And then more cruisers come out of hyperspace, and they go, holy shit, what have we done? And then they're effed. Because these things come out of nowhere. They drop Knights to get down to the planet's surface, and they're stuck there. Does Xiono get out? Does Xiono get out with them? I don't know. I hope he dies in the ship. That would be poetic and great. But I'm assuming that it's going to be Hera, Xiono, Ezra, Chopper, and maybe that's it. And they get shot down to the surface, and then their rescue party has to be Zeb, Jason, and others, Carson Teva maybe, who come to rescue them on Dathomir. Because word will get back to the New Republic that a senator, a general, a Jedi, and a light cruiser got destroyed by the remnant of the Empire as Thrawn declares war on the Rebel Alliance. So word will spread quickly, but that's what I'm gathering here. That's what this is telling us. That's what this is showing us. And yes, maybe that will lead to a Leia cameo too. We're putting the pieces together. We're putting them together.
Yeah.
Out of vision. What did you see?
3 hours in.
Yeah, 3 hours in, we're putting the pieces together.
That's pretty cool.
She says, I have a vision of a war. So she's almost like seeing what's happening in the opposite galaxy. It's kind of what I'm gathering right now. Yeah. What does that say? Mike, cut to the chase. Who all dies? Well, if you want me to really cut to the chase, it's Harrison Newell. Okay. Looks like they're going inside of here. This is one of those fallen droid things. Doesn't look like a droid. That looks like rock. That doesn't look like metal, right? So
no, it looks like rock.
It looks like rock.
Stranger than I thought.
But it does look like what we were talking about, like an old war ground or something.
Balin claimed to have knowledge of a power.
Master!
I don't understand why they're going through the snow, obviously snowy mountaintop, but why he gets so mad at her here. Like, he looks pissed.
One that could end wars.
So they go inside of that thing that they just walked into, and they activate this. And keep in mind, like Ron said, the floor, because later on they're fighting other droid things in here. So it almost seems like they accidentally activate it, or they purposely activate it because they're looking for answers. I don't understand the concept of this flashback. Like, what is the purpose? She's saying a long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi, but how does this flashback specifically of her and Anakin fighting that person who could be Exar Kun, but probably not, how does that have anything to do with the plot of Ahsoka Season 2? You know? Like, the flashback has to mean something. I don't know. This is such a great shot, dude. From above on this fight on Dathomir. Holy crap. And then Ezra coming out with Chopper right there. Shout out Chopper. Coming out, and then he's going to fight Enoch in a second.
Ahsoka.
These crazy flying droids. What is happening on Peridia? Like, that's what I want to know. What is going on? Is Balin sending these things after them? Did they accidentally activate something they weren't supposed to touch? Did they wake up something that, like, are these the creatures that destroyed the Night Sister Kingdom? Is this something else? Like, what is happening here?
Anytime.
That's such a great shot. I mean, the action, the lightsaber on lightsaber fights and all that is going to be the same location. So it almost feels like they accidentally activate something that, like, wakes up this entire army of droid-like creatures. I don't even know, dude. This is so awesome. I could watch this trailer 100 more times, but I probably will because I got to break it down. Already you're seeing the gears churning in me and Ron's heads. You're already seeing the plot sort of reveal itself with the Xiono stuff and why they go to Dathomir and how they end up in that escape pod and how the leaks correspond to all this. So it's really great. I will have a breakdown out within hopefully the next 6 hours, if we're lucky. If it takes me more than 6 hours to break down a 1 minute and 35-second trailer, I don't deserve to do my job. But I want to do it right, so maybe it'll take me 6 hours. So watch out for that, of course. Shout out to Ron for being here for really past his bedtime and for a long, long time as well. I appreciate you for being here, Ron. Shout out to your channel, Star Wars Jedi Chat. If you guys are not subscribed over there, head on over and do that. Subscribe here, of course, but then over there after me first. But Ron, tell them where they can find you. Tell them all that great stuff. Give them a shout.
Yeah, come on over. And luckily we get to have Mike on there as well pretty much every week. So Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central Time, we do a live, very, very similar, just talking about the new stuff, the old stuff, whatever we can, all platforms you can find. One thing that's really cool that'll be coming out in the next couple of weeks is I was at Rebel Scum Con, and I got about 5 or 6 interviews from people that were there, actors and actresses, which is pretty neat. So I dropped a couple of them already so far, but myself, Nick, Derek, and Mike are usually on Wednesday nights, and a lot of you guys are there. So thank you so much for coming and checking us out. And what a cool way to spend a Friday night with everybody here. It's so fun to have this positive Star Wars channel here that we get to collab with sometimes, along with Clam Brandalorian that was here as well, and Jimmy from Explore the Force. So it's my pleasure to be here, Mike. Thanks for thinking of me, and I appreciate everybody being here and coming over and checking out our channel. It's a good time to be a Star Wars fan, as we continue to say.
It really is. And today of all days, it really, really is. If you guys have not done it, again, check out Star Wars Jedi Chat. I'm on there, but Ron, of course, does a lot of great stuff over there without me, with the videos and everything. So watch out for all that. And yeah, I mean, could not have asked for it. Obviously, the Starfighter trailer wasn't released publicly, but we got to watch it, so it's fine. Yep. But for Ahsoka Season 2, it stole the show. Absolutely stole the show. From the poster, to the release date, to the trailer, to the outfits, to Clone Wars flashbacks, to crazy Exar Kun-looking characters, to just ridiculous stuff. Absolutely insane stuff. The breakdown is going to be epic, I'm sure. I'm sure I've already missed 1,000 things, but you start to see more and more and more every single watch.
Yep.
Yeah, this was an insane stream. We hit numbers we haven't hit since I don't even know, Andor season 2, like a year ago. It's been really, really great. So I appreciate you all for being here. This was a night to remember for sure. And we got a trailer that we're going to dissect for the next till January 20th for the next 4 months. So I'm sure we'll get more trailers before the next 4 months, but that's the first one, and it did not disappoint. It actually way over exceeded my expectations. I didn't think they would straight up give us Clone Wars flashbacks in the trailer. I didn't think they'd be doing that. I didn't think they'd be giving us half of the stuff we just watched. That was crazy. Talk about a teaser trailer. That was, yeah.
So cool.
So cool. So watch out for that breakdown video. I will hopefully get it out by, let's say, 8 a.m. It's 1 a.m. right now, so 8 a.m. sounds about right. And then
probably go to
I guess I'll go to sleep. And then I'll sleep. That's a crazy concept. But yeah, this was crazy. I mean, 3 hours, coming up on almost 3.5 hours. I appreciate you for being here, Ron. I appreciate everybody in the chat for being here. This was awesome. Watch out for that breakdown video. And of course, smash a freaking like in this stream. And may the force be with you. Always. Damn it, Chopper. Are you freaking kidding me? You get your own starring role in Ahsoka Season 2, and you think that the hyperspace is going to get fixed? You get paid big money to be in that second season. And no, we're not dealing with this anymore. I'm going to get a new droid. All right, fine. Since that trailer was so good, I'll let it pass for the day. God. Okay. What a great stream. What a great show. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate you all so much more than you'll ever know. This was the most incredible way to spend a Friday night. I know I was just on vacation. I came back for this, and it was well worth it. I will see you guys tomorrow for the breakdown video, of course. And we might even do a live stream tomorrow because we always have a live stream on Saturdays. So watch out for that as well. I appreciate you all for being here. Smash a freaking like in the stream. Hope you have a great rest of your evening or morning. Great rest of your lives. And good night, everybody.